じたら落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を奪え黒いタイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えていけいっそと君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
So apparently, we're already at tier 2. Apparently. I know the stream just started. I know this is not something that's normal. But apparently, we're at tier 2. So there you go. Apparently, that's a thing. So I guess we're doing the entire stream with ears on because, well, that's just how it goes, I suppose. Shout out to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole. Oh my God, is it a rabbit hole? Known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, bring it in. Listen, get in here. Let's go. Let's go. Get in here, all right? Get in here. Hurry up. Let's go. We have a lot that we got to catch up on, okay? The amount of messages that I've got from people saying, hey, where are you at? Are you dead? Are you dead? Get in here. Get in here right now. I swear to God, if I see somebody deny the hug after getting nonstop messages from people about where are you? Where are you? Are you dead? Oh my God, something wrong with you? Are you dead? Get in here right now and let's hug it out. Don't touch the penis. All right, get in here. Hurry up. Listen, guys. I don't care if Sonia says no. All right, I'm not listening to this shit today. All right, somebody grab her by the ankles. All right, drag her in here. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Yes, McDuggins is in here too. McDuggins is in here too. Get in here. Come on, let's go. We gotta hug it out. We gotta hug it out and listen very closely. If you thought I was deported, bro. How many fucking times do I gotta tell you I'm legal? I am legal. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Like it right now. Right now. If you guys are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. That's right. You know, it was really quiet without you, Chewbacca. It was really quiet, sir. It was really quiet. Really quiet. And unfortunately now it looks like it's not so quiet anymore.
Lulu.
As I was saying.
I learned not to worry anymore.
Oh my.
You taught me well.
Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. And if you guys are watching
Lulu.
HOWDYHYPNO Hope you doing well.
Normally I would say that DJ Konik is lying, but in that scenario he's not. He's not. I'm doing fine. And if you're watching anywhere else, that's impossible and you're probably gay.
You are gay!
That's right. Oh my god! A dare! You know, there's gonna be a lot of this tonight, isn't there? There's gonna be a lot of this tonight, isn't there? I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot today. Yep. Tell me how you really feel. Yep. Really? You don't say. You don't say. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Europeans getting smoked by American heat. Black tick mark emoji.
Europeans getting smoked by American heat. Thank you, Peaches and Cream. I appreciate the 5. Thank you, Adair Solta, for the 10. Guys, listen. We got a lot we got to catch on today. All right. We're going to be checking a lot today. All right. There is so much we need to go over. It's absolutely insane. If you guys didn't see my video that I filmed last night because I wasn't dead about South of Midnight, make sure to go watch that. Okay. I have a new format that I'm testing out. See if you guys like it. If you don't, you can tell me to go fuck off. It's perfectly fine.
Cortona.
It's perfectly fine. What?
I would say good date, but it is fantastic as the Hypno Plushies brand plushie is out for pre-order now with Hypno Senpai AI features.
Wait. A plushie with AI features? What? Since when? Who invested in this? Who put the money into that? I didn't do that. Wait, no, you don't want to do that because no. Where can you order yours? Nowhere. They don't exist. I don't want an AI-powered Hypno plushie. I don't want that. That sounds like a really bad idea. I refuse. No, stop sale. Stop all sales. Here comes the movie Small Soldiers. No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Guys, listen, we got a lot we got to check, man. All right, we're gonna skip the whole checkboxes thing because we got a lot we got to do, boys. All right, ESG scores are already at their max zone. This is how it goes. That's just how it goes. Furby 2.0? Fuck no. Is the plushie woke? Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who's in the chat right now hanging out with us. But before we do that, there is, in fact, a battle happening today. All right, it's been a few days.
Happy second Monday. Blizzard's destroying private servers.
The narrator
Xbox
speaking.
crumbles. Ubisoft coping. Hypno loves Mondays. Find out in Hypnocast.
So we just straight up lying at the end, huh? We just straight up. So at first, I thought that the narrator is supposed to just like kind of comment on the title of the stream, but I guess we're just making shit up, huh? We're just making shit up, huh? No, he's not. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. He absolutely is. Shout out to the narrator. Before you know it, he's going to be making up all kinds of lies. Guys, before we do the Bigot Army roll call, the narrator never lies. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Guys, before the Bigot Army roll call, we got a battle going on. I know it's been a few days, but it was heating up before we had to stop. Let's get back into it, boys. Let's go. All right, listen. If you guys missed the last battle a few days ago, it was Samus versus 2B. And shockingly, or maybe not shockingly, depending on who you're a fan of, 2B actually lost pretty bad against Samus. So Samus has moved on to the quarterfinals, boys. Yes, indeed. Samus has moved on to the quarterfinals. And now today, we're going to determine who's going to be going up against Samus. The battle today is none other than Cortana versus Lulu from Final Fantasy. Bebop said I had withdrawals. Yeah, apparently a lot of people did. The messages I was getting, bro. Oh no, here we go.
Coffee is 10% off
no, it's
when
not.
using the code of the cucking. How is your chair in the corner?
What?
Sniff, sniff.
Code word the cucking? Bro, first off, I don't have a coffee company. Second off, even if I did, you mean to tell me you couldn't get a better code than the cucking? That's the best code you could have came up with? Jesus. What kind of code is that? Get that shit out of here. Wow, my God, man. Fucking Trey, bro. It's always Biden. It's always Biden. Guys, listen, Lulu versus Cortana. If you want your super chats to count towards this battle to determine who's going to move on to face Samus, please let me know by utilizing, like everybody's been doing, you guys are amazing, hashtag name at the beginning of the super chat for it to count. Whatever
also, Hippo has a bald spot in his head.
Oh my
That's
God.
why he's losing so much hair over the
Yes,
years, because
absolutely.
of us and Chewbacca.
You know what? Hey, there's some truth to that for a lot of men, unfortunately. We all
Hashtag
get balls
Cortona.
at some point.
We have developed the Hypno Plushie brand plushie for
No.
100 years, and
No.
it's finally complete.
100 years.
Also, pre-orders are soaring. Let's get M out.
How about we don't get them out and then just say that we did? How about that? How about that? There's no way it's been in development for 100 years. What kind of shit is that? It's insane. What kind of lore is this? This is ridiculous. No. Hypno blow-up doll when? Not happening. Stop. Can we behave? Is that impossible? I think it's impossible. The Dragon says,
Lulu.
really? I still have a full head of hair at my age? You won't when you're dead. Balding comes for us all eventually. Right, Chewbacca? Right, Chewbacca? Yes, absolutely. Listen to Chewbacca. See, Chewbacca's scared of getting bald too. In case you guys didn't know that. Chewbacca's getting scared of going bald. See, like he's freaking out right now. See? Tanya Raven, thank you for the 10.
Lulu, sorry that I haven't been around and voting.
Hey, Gray Soul, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for the 2. Apparently, I also haven't been around,
This
so it's
stream
okay.
is sponsored by Hypno's Coffee.
Oh, no.
You'll be begging for more crying.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah.
Not always.
Maybe.
It depends on how huge the idea.
Huge.
How did you escape Alligator Alcatraz?
Alligator Alcatraz. That's insane.
That secret
that's
underscore
insane.
final underscore boss celebrates 23 months of membership.
23
so
months,
happy
Jesus.
you're back.
Thank you, Secret Final Boss. Appreciate that. It's only 2 days, guys. It was like
Watching the European athletes
Bro.
and fans of the World Cup complain about our summer heat has been hilarious.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are getting cooked.
Yeah, literally
Also,
cooked.
good to see you're still here.
Thank you, Beaches. Appreciate the 10. Guys, it was 2 days, guys. It was 2 days. It was 2 days. Bro. People are acting like I've been gone for like a fucking month. It was 2 days. You escaped Alligator Alcatraz? I did, apparently. I don't know. That's the lore. I start to lose track of the lore, to be honest with you. Anyway, boys, it felt like 2 months. No, it didn't. Stop lying. Stop lying. People do not care that much. It did not feel like 2 months. Stop lying. Guys, we got to do a big army roll call. All right, let's call out the people who are in the chat right now. We're going to be hanging out for a bit tonight. We also got the Lords of the Fallen stream with Leon later today, so you guys don't want to miss that because it's amazing. It's amazing. You're not going to want to miss that, motherfuckers, so make sure you join us. Guys, let's do Big Army roll call, man. Who's here? Who's hanging out with us on this beautiful day? Who is here? We got, let me scroll up. We got Dragon in the chat, Taffy in the chat, Tubby Tank is here. Frozen Dark, Too Cool Curry is in the chat as well. I'm not giving you a Hypno doll. Stop. No Future 4522 is in the chat. What's going on, man? Glowmide Prince is in the chat. Handy's in the chat. Dark to Nave is here. Colonel Rub is here. Faye Summer is here. Hans is here. What's going on, Hans? Monkey Man 04 is here. Dark to Nave is here. What's going on, dude? We got Full Metal 921. We got Alucard in the chat. We got Kelly Marie in the chat. We got Tiger King in the chat as well. We got Dade 404. Yamato 85. We got Black Tailgates in the chat. We got Colonel Rob in the chat. You know, Black Tailgate says 2 days is enough to get us worried. Leave a post or something. Fun fact about leaving a post. Whenever I leave a post, 95% of the comments on my next stream that I have after the day that I take off are, where'd you go? What happened? Why'd you take off? Where'd you go? What's going on? I don't understand. And I'm like, well, I made a post. And they're like, well, I didn't see it. So it's like you can't fucking win. You can't win, boys. It is what it is. It's fine. So where'd you go? Zero Hero. Appreciate that, man. We got Dormant Psych in the chat. We got Frozen Dark is here. Oliver Adam is here. We got Blue Octopus is screaming at the top of her lungs. What's going on, Blue? We got Sanguine Tales. We got Faye Summer. We got Melody Johnson. What's going on, Melody? How you doing? We got Limitless Andre. Matthew saying, hello, please. We got Lord Kalzu. What's going on, Lord Kalzu? How you doing? Panther is in the chat. So you weren't banned? No, I was not banned. I was not banned. If I was banned, you would see me streaming on Rumble only, but I was not. Who else is here? Let me scroll down. We got Sonia in the chat. What's going on, Sonia? We got Alan Jones in the chat. We got Han saying selling knockoff Hypno dolls and Bigot Army mugs. All right, well, you heard it. There you heard it, guys. Hans is selling apparently bootleg merchandise of merchandise that doesn't exist officially. So there you go. There you go. That's where you could get your plushies and your mugs, apparently. Azra in the chat. Kicking Danit is in the chat. What's going on? Sith Lord Kratos. What's going on, man? You know we can't read? Yeah, I know. Tanya Raven says, I saw your post. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Pizza Cat's in the chat as well. We got, who else is here? Gamer Disturbs in the chat. What's going on, man? Which Cortana is it? I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. Striker X31 is in the chat. All right, boys, 4 more people. Let's go. 4 more people, and then we got to get on with the show. Let's see what Rumble's looking like. Rumble, who's over there, man? We got Crash Collins on Rumble. Michelle Carajo.
The honey.
What?
I brought the buns.
What?
Put them together.
And then do what? Why did I ask?
Slow _clap.
You halfway fucked. You halfway got fucked. You halfway got fucked, Alucard. But that was still pretty good, though. That was still pretty good. But you still felt it yourself somewhat. It's okay, though. It's okay. Vovis in the chat. What's going on, Vovis, over on Rumble? Crash Collins over on Rumble. TJAP Steve is over on Rumble. Life Ferrets is over on Rumble. And then we got, let me scroll down, myself on Rumble, apparently. And King Dimmerwing over on Rumble as well, who, by the way, has been going absolutely insane today. Jesus Christ, man. We're going to get to that in a second. Who else? Let me see. Last but not least, we got, who else? I'm trying. Oh, Fluffy Murder Machine over on Rumble. What's going on, brother? Roz is over on Rumble as well. Dedraconics over on Rumble. And Spike Toilet Paper is over there on Rumble. Boys, we're gonna skip the money shot today because everybody's getting it, right? So since I've been gone for 2 days and the amount of people that were messaging me as if I was dead, I think everybody deserves the money shot. We need a money shop. Oh my god, money shot. We need a cleansing.
What the?
All you bastards get it. Get your umbrellas out, boys. All right, listen, man. Listen, guys, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right. It has been quite busy. All right. It's been extremely busy. Okay. On the gaming perspective, we got to talk about a couple of things, some very important things. Number one, we're going to be talking about Blizzard today. That's right. Because Blizzard, I was going to report on this yesterday, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way. Blizzard has decided that after destroying Turtle WoW and taking down that private server, guess what? I told you they weren't going to stop. I said they were going to go after the other streams. The other servers as well. And now That's exactly what's going down. Blizzard is now suing another top private server and trying to take down 2 other private servers as well. So this is a full cleansing that's happening. And I really do believe that the reason why this is happening is because they themselves are about to release a Classic Plus style gameplay mode for World of Warcraft. And they're hoping that by getting rid of all these private servers, that it's somehow going to increase the amount of people playing on
Get
retail.
the money shot for missing 2 months after being caught by him's Hypno brand coffee. Sniff, sniff.
This sniff shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yes, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Blizzard and all this nonsense that they're doing, because it's very obvious why they're doing it. At least, that's in my opinion. Can't prove it, but I'm sure we're gonna get an announcement pretty soon about it. So we're gonna talk about that. We're also gonna talk about Xbox, boys. The crumbling is insane. Xbox is literally being destroyed from within. It is insane to see this all go down. But to be honest with you, this is something that was a long time coming. We all knew this was going to happen. You could subsidize, and you could keep doing that for as long as you possibly can. But eventually, you're going to have to face reality at some point. And subsidization's only going to go so far. And we're now seeing the result of what it looks like when a company decides to rip the fucking Band-Aid off, which is exactly what they're doing. They're not doing it slow. They're not doing it steady. They're ripping the fucking Band-Aid off, and they're shutting down so many studios. It's crazy. And guess what? Most of the studios that are being shut down are developers of video games, and everybody was questioning how are they staying open with performance like this? And you would have all the shills online telling you that you're a grifter. You're wrong. There's no way. The game's super successful. It won awards. It got all good reviews. Yeah. We're starting to see how far that actually goes, huh? So we're going to talk about that because, this is what happens when reality sets in. This is what happens when you have part of the industry
Hashtag Lulu.
Oh.
I heard a rumor. Guess what? Guess come on. Michelle Obama is a man, allegedly.
Oh, that's definitely a dude, for sure. Definitely. Tanya, thank you for the 5. This is what happens when you have one side of the aisle that views their success, right? They view success as whether or not it got good reviews and whether or not it won awards. Right? That is called being not in reality. All right? That's called looking at success and saying, all right, well, as long as the circle jerk approves it, well, then that's fine. And then you have the other side that's looking at this and saying, but these games are not performing. These games, they're spending, 50, 60, 100, 200 million dollars on some of these video games. And they're getting concurrent players of like 1,000 or 1,500 if they're lucky. There are indie video games with budgets less than $100,000 that get numbers like that. But then they'll tell you how much of a grifter you are and how wrong you are.
Ulti Adams said this game will change the world.
Exactly. Yamato. And he's not the only one. There was a lot of people out there that were shilling hard for this game. And like I said in my video today, talking about specifically South of Midnight, that video game won. It was basically the Expedition 33 of the Canadian Game Awards. I think it won like 6 or 7 awards at the Canadian Game Awards. It basically swept it. And look at it now, So it just goes to show that the whole circle jerk really doesn't mean anything. Ultimately, what's going to happen is the market's going to decide whether or not the game's going to succeed or not. Not me, not you, not anybody else. The market's going to decide. And we all take part in that same market, whether you like it or not.
How's everything doing? I just started getting into manga thanks to this channel. Attack on Tit and Vid. Solo leveling.
Attack on Titties?
Dynamite.
Attack on Titan. What? What the fuck was? Okay, it said Attack on Titan. I heard Attack on Tit. That's what I heard. Anyway, I'm glad you're into manga, Mr. Spanglish. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna talk about that, and we're also gonna talk about the COPE of Ubisoft. So I haven't seen this COPE in a very long time. The last time I saw this COPE was probably Mass Effect 3. But Ubisoft is trying to say that the ending for Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't land the way that they wanted it to land. So now apparently they're going to release a final update for the game that's going to add some cutscenes or going to add like I don't know, some extra shit to the game that's going to flesh out exactly what happened to these characters and where they end up. And apparently it's supposed to tie in to Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. How the fuck is that going to happen? So we're going to talk about that.
Atron DFK celebrates 15 months
15
of membership.
months, goddamn.
Hash Lulu.
What would Batman do if he was not rich?
Uh-oh.
He would be Robin.
True. That's true. Ron DFK, thank you for 15 months. I appreciate that. And we got a bunch of fast topic, boys. We got video games to look at, all right? Because we definitely are going to look at some video games. We got about, I think it's like 2 minutes or so. It's like 2 minutes of brand new Lords of the Fallen 2 gameplay that I want to take a look at. And we also got a breakdown of Turok Origins, which is a video game that I've been excited to check out. It's about 1:30 of gameplay for Turok Origins with some basically explanation into what to expect from the game. So I'm super excited for that. So we got a lot we got to go over. Oh, we're also going to talk about Stop Killing Games. If we get the time, I want to talk about Stop Killing Games because it looks like, at least in the EU, it's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. So we got to go over that as well. On top of, I mean, we got studios we got to talk about that are closing down. Oh, we got some marathon stuff we could potentially go over. It's a lot. Turok looks really cool. It does. I'm curious. I haven't seen this video yet. I've been saving it for the trailer. I bookmarked it, and I've been saving it for the trailer. So let's do Membership Train, and then we're going to get into the pre-stream legends and then the content, boys. Let's go. You guys ready? We haven't had a Membership Train in like 2 days. In 2 days, boys. Are we
No, I
ready for this?
just remember they also did a South of Midnight documentary about the game that was a 30-minute long video. No Games one
Highly
year ago,
edited.
and they were heading to the South from Canada.
Highly edited 30-minute video. Like I'm talking top tier production 30-minute video that somebody paid really good money to film. Yes, I remember that as well. We'll talk about that. I'll bring all that up and more. Guys, Membership Train. Let's light this shit up, man. We haven't had it in 2 days. Let's
Ladies
go.
and
Get on the
gentlemen,
train. Spread the love. Train emojis in the chat. Let's go. Don't be gay. Don't avoid it.
Lights up, first spark, first flame. Name
A kick it down and starting us off on YouTube with a membership. Thank you, sir.
Hypnocast alive, every little badge like a battle cry. I see the counter
Lightberry with a
climbing.
membership over on Rumble.
Everything's a cry.
King Demon Wing with 5 memberships over on Rumble. Thank you, sir.
Hiding in the shadows, to the ones who
Tanya Raven with a membership on YouTube. Thank you.
let it roll through the night unchained. Every gifted heart, every flashing name.
The Late Plug with a membership on YouTube. Thank you. That profile picture's crazy.
We're breaking the chain. Turn the screen to a burning campaign.
Grade 8 with a membership over on YouTube. Thank you, sir.
Remember the name. We are Hypnocast. Membership train.
Mrs. Spanglish with a membership. Raza with a membership. Crash Collins with a membership. My God. That was insane. Thank you guys for a crazy membership train. Let's get into the pre-stream legends, and then we're going to get right into the content, boys. We got a lot we got to cover today, so let's do it. Frozen Dark, thank you, sir, for the 5 that you dropped. I appreciate that. Tanya Raven with the 5 for Lulu. I appreciate that. And again, just a reminder, we do have a battle going on today where we have Cortana versus Lulu, so let me know in your super chats at the beginning, please, who you're going to be voting for today. We got DJ Konik with a 4 for Lulu. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Adair Soto with the 10, of course, as Chewbacca. Peaches and Cream with the 5. Thank you. I appreciate that, Peaches. Colonel Rub with the 5 as well for Cortana. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lord Kaozu became a member all on his own. Thank you, Lord Kaozu. Appreciate that. I like the spiral profile picture. Very nice. DJ Konik with a 5 for Lulu. Thank you, sir.
Mag 2734
Trey with the
celebrates
10. Thank you,
9
Trey.
months of membership.
D-Mag.
Running a train is always cool.
Hey, yo. You need to pause that. You need to pause that. Pause that, sir. Thank you, D-Mag, for 9 months. I appreciate that. Trey, thank you for the 10, even though it was as Biden, unfortunately. Adair Soto with the 5. Thank you. I appreciate it. Colonel Ruv with the 5 as well for Cortana. Thank you, sir. Tanya Raven with a 10 for Lulu. I appreciate that. Gray Soul with a 2. Thank you for Lulu. And then at the beginning of the stream, King Demon Wing Guys. King Demon Wing dropped not 1, not 5, not 10, not 20. He dropped a 50 membership gigabanger.
We have ourselves a red boy. Hyper banger!
Jesus Christ, man. And it's not over, because considering that's the first one of the stream, and I know a 50 membership gigabanger as the first membership banger of the stream, I know. You already know what that means. Jeez, man. Shout out to King Demon Wing, man. There's also another Red Boy gigabanger that we'll get to over on Rumble, but I appreciate you, my man. Then we got Alucard with the 5. I appreciate that. We do not have Hypno's Coffee, though. Let's stop lying about that. Trey with a 5 as Trump. I appreciate that. Secret Final Boss. One more month, man. One more month. 23 months. That's awesome. Peaches and Cream with the 10. I appreciate that. Alucard with the 5. I appreciate that. Trey with another 5 as Biden sniffing constantly. I don't know what the sniffing. I don't know why must we constantly sniff. It's getting awkward. Tanya with the 5 for Lulu. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Yamato with the 2. Thank you, sir. Mr. Spanglish with the 4.99 as Shapiro, which I feel like never really works properly, but who knows. Ron DFK, 15 months. Thank you, sir. Adair Soto with the 10. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. A Kickin' Donuts with the membership. Tanya Raven with the membership. The Late Plug of Muddy Waters with the membership. Great Ape with the membership. And Mr. Spanglish with the membership on top of that. Crazy. Thank you, guys. And then D-Mag for 9 months. I appreciate that. And then Panther with the 5 voting for Lulu. Thank you, Panthera. I appreciate that, my man. Supporting the goth mommy. I appreciate it. Let's go over to Rumble now. I'm going to cover all the other supers, and then we're going to get to that crazy fucking gigabanger. Life Area dropped a membership over on Rumble. And King Demon Wing dropped 5 memberships over on Rumble.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you for the 5 memberships over on Rumble. I appreciate that, my man. And then scrolling down, we got Toronol with a 2. Says, doesn't Hypno say to send rescue? Not for 1 missed day, but 2? Yes, but no. Rozzo with the membership. Thank you. And then we got Crash Collins with the membership too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then Lifer with a 5. Says, laughing my ass off. Seeing an indie game about hide and seek called Mecha Chameleon come out and beat AAA games like Marathon and both players active and units sold all in just 4 days. You know, I was going to talk about that game. I was actually going to bring that up during the whole conversation that we're going to have. But yeah, it's pretty funny. I heard about that game. It's insane. Space Monkey with the 5. Hashtag Lulu. And then as Trump, which doesn't work. Hey, you got to do it on YouTube, Space Monkey. Real shame how far Xbox has fallen. Best console memories were with OG Xbox and 360 plus N64, and shame on Bungie for ruining Marathon. It was foundational for Halo and Destiny. I appreciate that. Thank you, Space Monkey. What a legend.
Razaroff celebrates 4 months of membership.
Raza!
Rock on gesture emoji. Heck yeah, former with you crazy mother duckers.
Damn, it's been 4 months already, Raza? God damn. That's insane. Shout out to Raza. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, boys, we're fully caught up on everything except one thing. All right. So we're gonna cover this one thing, and then we're gonna get into the content. Boys, King Demon Wing, we have a battle going on. All right. We have a battle going on. King Demon Wing, at the beginning of the stream over on Rumble, dropped not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. He dropped a $500 Red Boy Ultra Mega Gigabanger for hashtag Cortana.
We have ourselves a Red Boy. Hyper Banger! Let's bring the ladies in! Holy shit!
Vampire Army? Hypno?
So some came articles yesterday. First one was about a Dutch non-profit suing Valve with regurgitated reasons. Second was easing game real world, it's going ahead soon.
Fuck those people suing Valve. Dimwig, $500. Absolutely insane. Is it over for Lulu? I don't know, man. Shout out. Damn, man. Shout out to King Dimwing. Absolutely insane. $500 Ultra Mega Giga Banger. Unfucking believable. That obviously puts Cortana at a massive lead, but I still see people voting for Lulu, so I don't think it's over quite yet, but it might be over. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys, are we ready to get into it, man? We got a couple more of them Rumble really quick. We got Torinol with a 5, says hashtag Lulu, just saying Lulu in lore is fertile. Cortana can't even hold hands. I don't think they care, Torinol. I don't think they care. But thank you, sir, for the 5. Denarai with the membership over on Rumble. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that as well. Let me replay this super chat that came in really quick. Let me see if it actually plays. I don't know what's going on here. Might have broke the TTS. Every time somebody tries to use the Sonya voice, it like breaks the TTS for some reason. I don't really know why that is. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to replay it a la carte. It's not letting me replay it, and it's not letting you play your one that you just sent right now either. So not exactly sure what's going on there, brother. Not sure what's going on there. You might have broke it. We might have to end up removing the Sonya voice. It's cursed. It's not working. It's not working. He broke it. TTS emotional damage? Yeah, seriously. Sonya says I didn't do it. Your AI version did. Your AI version did. I don't know what's going on with it. Now it's not working. Let me hit reload. Hold on. I'll try it. Let's reload. Successfully refreshed. Let's try this again. Replay activity. Might be broken. You might have broke it. You might have did it.
When are we going to get our sexy Asian?
That's to reload it.
And Latina Vampire Army? Hypno?
Latina Vampire Army. I can't believe that's a thing. Latina Vampire Army. I don't know, man. I don't know. Adair Soto, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that, by the way. Space Monkey, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that also. Saying 343 made the best Cortana with Halo 4. Let me replay these, because these didn't play, and then we're gonna get on.
Oh, never mind getting up. It's a 40-minute director's cut for that game. My God, the industry is spending too much money that nobody asked, like the Cube.
True. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about the money spending because that's really like the biggest problem.
Sexy Asian.
And Latina Vampire Army? Hypno?
Oh my God, I just replayed it again. Why? Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Anyway. Alucard, thank you for the 5. Yeah, I think the TTS is racist against you. I think it's racist against you. All right, boys, listen, guys, we got a lot we got to go over. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to start off first off with the 2 games that I want to check out.
Hashtag Cortana, I just got back with food. They gave me a salad that I didn't order, but they got the rest of my order right and they didn't charge me, so I'm happy. But are they trying to tell me something?
Yes, they are. They might be. They might be. Who knows? But thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Black Tailgate for the 10. Fucking legend. Guys, it's great being back. I appreciate you very, very much. Here's what I'm going to tell you. For the 300, or whatever it is, 400 people watching right now. Quite frankly, I'll be honest with you guys. And again, I don't bother telling you guys this because honestly, nobody fucking cares, first off. And number 2, it's really nobody's business. But ultimately, I have been unbelievably busy. Like, unbelievably busy. We're talking like fucking damn near the whole day kind of busy for essentially like a month or 2 on end. And all it is that it caught up to me. That's really what it is. It caught up to me yesterday after Griffcast. If you guys remember, after Griffcast, I was like, hey, I'll see you guys at Hypnocast, right? And then I ended up putting my head down.
Sonya.
I heard Hypno is a man. Also bacon.
I'm a man and bacon? I would rather be bacon. So basically, my sleep is like almost non-existent, and unfortunately, this has happened like one time before. Unfortunately, after Griffcast, put my head down because I was like, I could rest. I could rest for like 30 minutes, and yep, I woke up at 10:30, and then I messaged TJAP and Sonia, and I'm like, so I guess I'm not streaming. I'm not. I guess I'm not streaming tonight. So that was a problem. And I even thought about what do you call it? I even thought about going live, but then I was like, you know what? It's late already. Most people are like, they're already gone doing something else. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just get extra sleep. So anyway, got extra sleep. But yeah, it's just again, sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm not a machine, and I understand, like, I also try to hold myself to a higher standard where, I try to stream every day. But it is definitely not easy, especially when life is so busy that sleep is like nigh impossible in every other scenario. And this is why, like, I try to tell people, bro, outside of YouTube, I'm not online. Like, I keep trying to tell people this. Nobody understands, because I guess a lot of people, not you guys, but like a lot of people are terminally online. But outside of YouTube, I am not online. I am out doing real life shit. A lot of which is very tiring. But anyway, it's who cares? Nobody wants to hear that shit. At the end of the day, like, it just caught up. That's all I'm saying. It just caught up, and I apologize for that. I fully planned on streaming yesterday. I didn't plan to be gone for longer than a day, but then my brain was like, yeah, that's not happening, so you're gonna go to bed. He's old, he's sleepless. Yeah, basically both of those. Not gay though.
Hypnotic,
not
you
gay.
aren't a clanker.
Not gay. I'm not a clanker. Yeah, sometimes I wish I was. That way I can that way I can do this at the constant time that I want to. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, unfortunately, I was, kind of knocked out. So that's basically it. Again, people make up these grand conspiracies, and they're like, oh, is he banned? Is he this? Is he that? Or whatever. He's on the run. He's escaping Alcatraz. And I'm literally just half asleep like, bro, oh, shit, it's 10:30. Fuck. That sucked. That sucked. So anyway, that was basically it, which is why we're here. But hey, I did manage to film a video, though. I did manage to film a video. I went back to bed, and I woke up nice and early, and I was like, all right, time to get back on the grind. And then I did film a video. Got that out today. So there you go. So make sure you guys watch that video, goddammit. Escaping Alcatraz, half asleep, you mean? Yeah, okay, fine. That's the lore. Fine. Running coffee side. Bro, I'm not running a fucking coffee business. You could have just started late and acted like everything was normal. Joker, the funny thing is, I actually contemplated that. I did. I contemplated that because I didn't want to take off again. But I thought to myself, I'm like, listen, most people are already gone. They're watching, something else at a later time. Whatever the case may be, I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna take the L and just go back to bed. That's just what it was. So it is what it is, boys. But please be understanding that, again, I come here. I just want Steam sounds. Yeah, I know. I got gifted games. I got to go over it. I come here with one job in mind, and that's to entertain people. Okay? That's to entertain people and to bring information and opinions of my own to whatever we may be talking about. That's my one job. And I take it very seriously. So if I'm fucking exhausted to the point where I cannot entertain people properly, then I just rather not stream. That's me personally. And I don't say anything because realistically, like, I don't feel like, number one, again, no, don't take offense. I don't feel like it's anybody's business. And number two, I don't think anybody cares. Like, nobody wants to hear a fucking streamer talk about how tired they are or how busy they are. Like, nobody wants to hear that shit. No, nobody wants to hear that. So I rather just, take the night off and then come back the next day. That's what I rather do. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what we're here for. We want to hear your problems. No, you don't. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I know that. You know that. It is what it is. So I take care of everything on my own. All the
But
adult
him
stuff.
know you are our machine. It's that meatbag body of yours pulling you back. You must
I
embrace
know.
the clinkers of your third eye.
Fucking human body garbage. I know, Adair Soto. I know it's garbage. It's garbage. But yeah, that's basically it. Nobody wants to. Again, like there are people online that will have their fan base deal with their problems.
DTS silence, me twice, okay time for Operation Epic Hypno Coffee. We will be dropping plushies laden with Chubet's hair.
Oh my God. Bro.
Mowing lawns in the sun all day will destroy you.
Oh my God. You know, fun fact, I did mow my lawn. I do all the time. But anyway, it's fine. Hey, listen, I got to keep the stereotypes alive. But no, so in all seriousness, like, I understand there are some people out there that will have their entire fan base be all up in their business, whether positive or negative. That's not who I am.
Titan Wasp celebrates 24 months of membership. Glad to see you are okay.
I'm fine.
2 years watching this slop and many more years to
Love
go.
this
Hopefully
slop.
you will give me my Beavis and Butthead TTS so I can keep saying slop.
Love
Keep
this
up
slop.
the great work. Hypno Coffee is GR8.
I got to look into a Beavis and Butthead TTS, but I don't know how that would work. Like, I don't know how that would work. It's two different people, so how would that work? I would have to pick one, I guess. But yeah, like I'm not that kind of person. Like, you know, I don't feel like the internet should be involved in your, like, again, I have one job. My job is to entertain people and to give my opinions on things, and hopefully that people can use that information to make better decisions for themselves.
Hashtag
so
hypnotic.
That's it. That's all it is.
We care, honey.
That's all it is. No, you don't. Stop lying. No. 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 Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate the 5. Thank you very much. And Titan was 24 months is legendary, brother.
HYPNO ブランドカフィ
He's lying. Whatever he's saying is lying.
CMPUSS1
Absolutely full of shit.
WeKnow best friends.
No.
HYPNO WeLLBE 히야zo.
No. Absolutely lying. Lying. All right, boys, listen. But in all seriousness, thank you guys. I appreciate Machiavelli says, I don't care for your personal problems. If I'm honest, we're simply curious. Well, that's the thing. Why be curious about something you don't care about? Just like, why would I give you the information on something I don't care to give you? I feel like it's pretty easy stuff, right? As a grown-ass adult, you should be able to handle things on your own, right? Which is exactly what I do every day. So with all that being said, boys, apparently we got gifted games that we got to go over. So let's go over that, and then we're going to get into the content. Let's see. What do we got? Let's check this shit out, man. Let's see what we got. 3 apparently. Oh shit. Oh shit. We got 3. Hold on. We got 3. Hypno hired me as your personal secretary, yard service, and coffee maker with a burro. Bro. No, that's not happening. Absolutely not happening. Guys, Angmar's dropping bombs, bro. Angmar's dropping bombs. For your collection, hope you are doing good. Gifted Tales of Xillia Remastered. Bro, epic. Epic. I appreciate that. Thank you, Angmar. That is fucking legendary. I appreciate that. I'm going to accept that right away. Legendary. And then, did I not have this game?
We don't about your problems. Entertain me, boy.
Thank you. Thank you for being honest, Sith Lord Kratos, for the 5. I appreciate that. That's how I view the internet, right? Like, any YouTubers that I watch personally, I never understood the mindset of people who are like, gee, I wonder what that person's doing in real life right now. Like, no, I don't, like, that's not what I think about. I'm only watching them for the content that they provide me, and don't get it twisted. Some of it's very positive. It's great. Like, I enjoy it. That's what I care about, you know? Angmar dropping Tales of Berseria Remastered. I could have sworn I had this game, but I guess I don't. Maybe not on Steam. I don't remember. Damn. I gotta check. Life Ferret says, since I got you the main game, I figured I would get you the DLC. Please enjoy when you finally find time to play this gem of a title. You know, Dave the Diver is a video game that I have had on my, like, must play for the longest time. and I never get around to it. And again, I'm going to. At some point, I really am going to. And Life Ferret, you will be the first one to know. You will absolutely be the first one to know. So we'll definitely talk about that. Dave the Diver Collection, though. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Life Ferret. Fucking legendary, dude. Thank you, sir. All right, boys. Are we ready? I'm pausing the TTS. You guys have been absolutely insane today. I appreciate that very, very much. Let's get into the content. Let me pause right here. All right, boys. Still haven't beat Lego Batman? Nope, I'm working on it. I played the other day. I'm going to play again tomorrow. I didn't get to play it today because, again, busy, unfortunately. But we will definitely get back to that. I'm going to beat that game. I like that game a lot. Guys, speaking of video games I like a lot, in case you guys are unaware, me and Leon have been playing Lords of the Fallen on the gaming channel, Hypnotic Gaming Live, so make sure you guys go check that out. Chances are you're probably watching this little segment over on Hypnotic Gaming Live right now. But Lords of the Fallen has decided to post a 2 minutes gameplay footage. Now, this is all brand new footage. We haven't seen this. Nobody has seen this. So I've been waiting to go live before I checked it out myself. As you guys know, the moment they announced that the game is coming out on Steam, I was immediately off for it. The biggest criticism for this studio for me was the fact that they were going Epic exclusive. And it seems like it was all one big ruse to try to get Epic to fund the game to eventually have the confidence to buy themselves out of the exclusivity contract by raising $27 million to pay themselves out. And now they're releasing the game everywhere. Very interesting stuff. So now that the game is actually coming out on Steam, obviously you guys know I'm all in on this, fully hyped for it. And this is part of the reason why we're playing Lords of the Fallen 1 right now with Leon on the gaming stream. So let's check this out, see what the gameplay has to offer, and see, if there's anything new they could showcase, because I'm excited for this. So let's go. Let's get it going. Lords of the Fallen 2. I really like some of the new weapon types they got. Like this sword right here is so badass in the attack animations. I actually really like it. And you guys know I'm more of like a dual wielder myself. Oh, nice and bloody. That's good. I'm more of a dual wielder myself personally, but if depending on how fast the weapon is, a single weapon I would definitely check out. This looks like it's meant to be a fast build. So I would definitely see. Machiavelli says, was the first game any good? So you gotta be a little bit more clear with that, because I always get confused when people ask me, hey, how was the first game? I don't know if you're talking about like the 2014 one or wherever the hell it came out, because there was another Lords of the Fallen. I played both of them. I played Lords of the Fallen, the old one, and I played Lords of the Fallen, the one that this game is based off of as a sequel. Both of which are very good. Like the first one, the real first one, one of the main problems that game had that was very obvious was the camera. The camera was fucking atrocious. I don't know what they were thinking, where the camera had this constant shake anytime you were doing any kind of attack animation, especially if you were doing a backstab on an enemy. It's like the camera would move with you and constantly shake. It was very annoying. I can't stand it. So that's number one. But the one that's most recent, that game's really good. I've played through it a few times. I played through it even on PlayStation 2, PlayStation as well, because I got that on, I believe it was PS Plus or on sale. I don't remember exactly, but I've played it like nonstop. I think you forgot to take your uwu. I don't care about the ears being on for this. I don't care. But they're both very good, and I think that this second game, if they can really, how do I put it? If they can really just get down to the nitty-gritty with the combat, because I'm playing through the game again. I haven't played since the 2.0 update. This is my first time playing on the 2.0 update personally. I played all the other times before they updated the game and all that stuff. So this is my first time playing in the 2.0 update. And I got to be real with you, man. The combat is exceptional now. It's so fast. It is so much smoother. They did a great job with everything. It just plays really well. So I'm hoping that translates over to the second game, and then they add more weapon variety, because one of the problems in Lords of the Fallen 1 is that a lot of the weapons feel the same and attack the same. So I would really like to see some variety in the builds. But other than that, you know, it's a great game. It really is. Like, the boss battles are fucking epic. The world building is epic. The actual difficulty of the game is solid. Like, all of it is solid. The online features are pretty, you know, straightforward. The only thing I don't like is the Umbral lamp mechanic, but I understand some people like that shit. I wish I could get a more straightforward experience. But anyway, aside from that, let's continue. You got to the dogs and archer boss and rage quit? Really? Oh, shit. Oh, wait, go back. Hold on. Was that Pugilist? Hold on. Yo! Oh, shit. I might play. Oh, man. I might have to play that. Hold on. I might have to play that. Wait. Go back. Now, I know they got fist weapons in the, what do you call it? In the first game. I know they got fist weapons in the first game. I've never played it with fist weapons, personally. I've been wanting to try it. I know Sanguine's been telling me to look up a certain build and shit. I'm gonna look into it, but I haven't played with fist weapons. But if they have it again in the second game, which it looks like they do, I'll probably go that route personally. That looks fucking badass. That was a scythe? Bro, that's so sick. Well, there's your dual wheel build, which is most likely what I'm going to be playing if it doesn't work out with the fist weapon. Tanya, to my knowledge, they're still doing the Umbral lamp mechanic, so unfortunately, it looks like that's probably going to be in the second game too. Yeah, the sound is amazing. They really like every fucking hit. This is what when I was complaining about sound design for the game Lost Soul Aside, do you guys remember the game Lost Soul Aside? When I reviewed that video game, that game had some of the most non-impactful combat that I have ever experienced. It literally felt like I was attacking enemies with paper mache. I'm not even, like, it sounded like it. It felt like it. Every fucking weapon had zero impact whatsoever. It was horrible. Anyway, so they ended up updating that game, and they said that they worked on it, and they added more impact and sound and feel. But then when I played the game again after the update, it didn't do really anything at all. It didn't do anything at all. So, but then this game, I mean, you can hear it. You can like feel it when you play these games. When you hit someone, and you hit someone with like a heavy weapon, or you hit them hard, or even if you hit them fast, like everything sounds really good. It sounded like money being ripped apart. Something like that. So sound design is really important in a melee-focused combat video game. And if you don't have good sound design, it can really kind of ruin the experience. At least for me anyway. I can't speak for anybody else. That's me. Oh, shit. Oh! What the fucking beautiful dual daggers. Wait. I think this is the first time I've seen dual daggers in Lords of the Fallen 2. Hold on. That's what I play in Lords of the Fallen 1 right now. This is fucking beautiful. That was awesome. Holy shit. Bro, wait, go back? Go back there for a second? That's insanity. Wow. Nah, they're definitely cooking. I'm not gonna lie, man. They are definitely cooking. I will absolutely be there day one. No doubts about it. I'll be there day one. And I don't know if this is going to be a fully co-op game on day one. I believe it will be, considering they added all of that content to the first game. I saw Elizabeth say that the Umbral mechanic is going to be a mechanic in this game, just like the first game, so people are going to have to get used to it. Yeah, no, I mean, again, I got used to the Umbral lamp mechanic. Me personally, I'm not a super big fan of it. There are moments where it's like kind of cool, where you discover some secrets and stuff with it, but overall, it just felt like more of a hassle. That's really what it was. It felt like more of a hassle than anything, but again, it is what it is. I would have liked a more streamlined experience, but I already understand that this is going to be a thing in this game as well, so it is what it is. But in any case, trailer looked really good, man. It looked really good. This game is looking better and better and better. The weapon variety has definitely improved. At least that's how it seems anyway. Weapons do not all feel the same anymore or similar anymore, especially dual daggers. You can clearly see they added different animations based off those kind of weapons that you're using. So that's a plus. Even with the fist weapons, that looks fucking cool. I like the fact that he parried it with his wrist guard. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I think this looks pretty solid. And I'm interested. Obviously, I'm interested. I mean, of course, it's a Souls game. I'm interested. Why? Like, that shouldn't be too shocking of information, right? But yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I'm glad that they finally decided to release it everywhere. Apparently, they're releasing it on Switch 2 as well. Godspeed on that. I don't want to be the developers having to develop this game for Switch 2. They got Godspeed on that. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the next game. Guys, we got to talk about a video game that I haven't heard about in a long time. Okay? Turok. Boys, I'm so excited. Now, if anybody's played Turok in the past, you would realize why we're excited about this. But hopefully, it actually ends up being a good game. But, you know, unfortunately, let's be real. Anytime they take over an older franchise like Turok, things usually don't go exactly as planned. I'm hoping that's not the case here. And I'm hoping that this is going to be an actual good game. But we're going to check out about 1 minute and 30 seconds worth of content. But before we do that, I want to go over a breakdown. Shinobi over on X says that coming fall 2026 to PS5 and Xbox and Switch 2 and PC, Saber chose to make the game. Everyone enjoys dinosaurs. That's the truth. It's set years before the original 1997 video game, which I didn't know. I didn't know that this video game was going to be a prequel to the original Turok video game. I had no idea, but apparently that's the case. The iconic Cerebral Boar returns, which should be interesting. Story campaign is around 12 hours long, not that long. Playable fully offline, that's a plus. That's a plus. Playable in first person or third person, and you can switch with just the press of one button, so that's good, I suppose. Although for Turok, I would rather play in first person, obviously. The story focuses on futuristic warriors from the ancient order of the Turok, battling the Xenia, a race of reptilian humanoids. Missions take place across many planets, some with multiple quests. Lush settings, dangerous wildlife, tons of different weapons, and bloody spectacle. Fast-paced action, still absolutely a shooter. You know, again, the fact that Saber is behind this, I have full faith in the project that it's going to be respected, I hope anyway, because Saber has been doing a banger job of making video games lately. Obviously, Space Marine 2 was such a massive improvement over Space Marine 1. And not only that, they're also the ones who are making Hellraiser. Guys, the Hellraiser trailer, I want to be very clear. The Hellraiser trailer, okay? I've been saying since the beginning, I hope they do Hellraiser justice, and I hope they don't pussy out on Hellraiser, because if you're going to make a Hellraiser video game, you better do that shit the right way. You guys want to know how good Saber so far has been doing the Hellraiser franchise? Bro, the YouTube trailer that they released for Hellraiser recently got age restricted. It got age restricted. That's how far they went with it. Think about that. It got age restricted. They said, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Because if a video gets age restricted, it kills the fucking views on the video. And they said, yeah, you know what? I don't even care. It is what it is. So I'm excited for that. And hopefully they continue down the proper path with Hellraiser. Like, don't pussy out on Hellraiser. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stream Hellraiser. That's how strong of a game it is. But anyway, we'll see. I don't care. It should be fine when I'm live. After it goes offline, it might get age restricted. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, so I have faith they're going to do a proper job with it. Very fun to play. Gunplay feels good. Gunning down waves of incoming raptors and giant insects and Xenia warriors is a good time. I do like the fact that it seems like dinosaur video games are making a comeback. I'm very interested in that. We saw some of the video games that were announced at the Summer Games Fest and all these other showcases, and a few of them are like dinosaur games. So I'm pretty excited. The grapple hook to zip across the environment. You have upgradable outfits and weapons. Players can select from 3 primal forms: Cougar, Bison, and Raven. Basically archetypes with their own playstyle, skins, skill trees to help make co-op more interesting. There's co-op in the game. I didn't even realize that. Nice. Okay. Cougars are weapon specialists. Offense. Bison are more defensive. Raven specialize in range. Story campaign can be played in traditional solo or co-op with up to 3 players. Oh, that might have to be a video game that I play with Leon. I don't know. We'll see. Weapons can be modded and enhanced. For example, you can mod Cerebral Bore to go after 3 targets instead of 1. Echo Sync's unique abilities you unlock after defeating bosses. One example is a powerful roar or sound wave attack. Enemies seen in the preview included dinosaurs like raptors, Xenia, and Mech T-Rex boss. And the T-Rex boss was a challenge. Tail swipes, chomps, shoots lasers out of its eyes, homing missiles, shockwaves, etc. Many secrets to find in each level, special enemy encounters, collectibles like weapon skins, post-launch content plan. All right, so enough of that. So we got the breakdown on this. Let's check out the gameplay trailer and let's see what this is about. I haven't seen any gameplay from Turok for a long time. So let's see what we got going on. Bro, look at that fucking dinosaur, bro. Bro, you got a fucking dinosaur that shoots rockets. Jesus Christ. His fucking head exploded. Wait. In the game, YouTube. In the game. Hold on. God damn. Oh, shit. That's awesome. Bro, these weapons look and sound amazing. Look at this shit. Wait. Go back real quick. Look at this shit. It looks and sounds amazing. Hold on. Look at that. Hey, yo, you see that way that shit is pulsing, boys? You see it pulsing? Very immediate effect. Yeah. No. In all seriousness, it looks really, really good. Really good. Holy shit. Oh, wait. You're not going to skip past that. You're just not gonna skip past that, bro. Hold on a fucking second. I can't slow-mo this shit, right? Oh, playback speed. Yeah, let's go. Okay, hold on. Wait. You're not gonna go fast on that. Hold on. Wow. Nice. Very, very, very nice. I like it. I like it. Wow. Bro, what the everything's fucking exploding. Wait. Oh, he's got a bomb in his head? Uh-oh. Was that a bomb or was that drilling his head? I can't tell. That's definitely a bomb. For sure. Yep, that's a bomb. God, Jesus, man. Is that Cerebral Bore? Is that Cerebral Bore? I'm pretty sure that's Cerebral Bore, right? It's drilling. Yo, bro, Cerebral Bore is crazy, bro. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. Holy shit. I mean, listen, the game looks good. The game looks good. I mean, what do you say? What the fuck do you say to this? I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Does Turok have a date? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know, but I will definitely look into it. But all I know is I'm excited for it. I can't wait to play it. I think this will be a really fun co-op game. So don't be surprised if you see me and Leon play in this game. Or we might even get like Atreus and Kata involved in this. Who knows? Who knows? Because you could have up to 3 more people. So, or maybe Sevi will want to join. Who knows? But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait. Can't wait to check that out. But that was Turok. Finally got to take a look at that. I've been waiting days to take a look at that. All right, I'm going to resume the TTS, and then we're going to get into some more topics. Let's resume this and see what we got. Hopefully they don't get fucking
#hypnotic
broken.
Your
What?
coffee tastes great. We love you long time.
What?
You are appreciated, honey.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I
Dang
appreciate
means
that.
hypno sniff sniff dank means.
Oh, no.
How do I give you a game on Steam?
You got to add me on Steam.
I'm playing Lords of the Fallen Solo Paladin.
You playing Solo Paladin? Nice. Nice.
Hello.
I never
Please
played
leave a
Paladin.
message after the tone.
What?
Hey, Hypno, you're picking Wookiee with fried onions in sweet and sour sauce. Is ready for collection, so don't forget to pay this time or we will ban you from the wet market.
What the fuck, bro? We're leaving voicemails now? We're leaving voicemails now? Bro. Why did that sound so realistic, by the way? That was amazing. Great job. Great job. Holy shit, we're leaving voicemails now. I have officially seen everything. That's actually funny. Oh, fuck. Anyway, we got Crash Collins with a membership over on Rumble. I appreciate that. And then Lifer with $1 for clarification. That was the Jungle DLC for Dave the Diver, and it should be active and playable in 2 days. Oh, thank you, Lifer. Okay, good to know. I appreciate that, my man. Is that the one? Is that the one that we saw on what was it? Which showcase was it? I don't know if it was Summer Games Fest. I don't think so. It might have been another one. But I remember seeing some more Dave the Diver stuff. So yeah, I'm not surprised. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. Never change, chat. Stay great. The TTS lore for this channel is insane. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's so insane. Now we're gonna have a new one. Please leave a message after the tone. Beep. Anyway, all right, we're caught up, guys. Let me pause the TTS and let's get into some topics, man. We got some topics we got to go over. So let's cover this fast topic really quick. This topic is about a video game that, to be honest with you, I never heard of, and you guys probably never heard of either. Maybe some of you might have, but I know I haven't. So there's a video game called Luna Abyss. All right, and this video game was tied to a studio that just recently got shut down. All right, this video game came out only about a month ago or so, and again, I've never heard of it. I'm sure most of you probably have never heard of it either. But there's an article that was written. Developer releases one of the year's best shooters. Entire team is laid off less than a month later. A decision that was completely outside of our control. Luna Abyss is a good game. That's not enough anymore. Now, I immediately went to SteamDB because of course I am. All right? Of course I am. Like, there's no way I'm not going to go on SteamDB for a video game that I've never heard of. Because obviously when you see these articles, they're going to write from a place of emotions. They're going to write from a place of like, well, this game was amazing and it deserves to be around just because. And I'm like, well, even if it was a good game, at the end of the day, just like we're about to talk about with Xbox and South of Midnight and all these other video games, at the end of the day, even if it was a good video game, was there an audience for it that showed up? You know, was there an audience that showed up enough to warrant this video game? Well, apparently that's not the case. It says on May 21st, a relatively unknown studio, Koei Labs, launched its cosmic horror bullet hell shooter Luna Abyss after 7 long years of development. That's kind of sad. 7 long years of development just to get shut down in 1 month. That's crazy. It seemed like people liked it and liked it quite a lot. See, that's the thing. When I see journalists say that people liked it and a lot of people liked it and all that stuff, when I see journos say that, I immediately want to check out the game. I want to check out the game. And the numbers just don't back up that statement, right? It's got decent reviews, 82%, right? 82% positive reviews. If you look at the screenshots, it looks pretty gory, nice, bloody, decent graphics. I mean, visually speaking, the game looks pretty good, right? Overall, from a visual standpoint, but there's something missing here, right? There's something clearly that wasn't clicking. It says Luna Abyss, the single-player story-driven action-adventure with fluid platforming and bullet hell combat. Follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. You know what's funny? I think I remember watching this. I think I remember actually watching the trailer for this video game and saying to myself that it looked fairly interesting. Actually, let's watch the trailer right now. Fuck it, we're already here. We're already here. Let's see what just got shut down. Let's see. Hold on. Check it out.
I suppose he sent you to hunt me down, yes?
Why not? Uh-oh. Wait, what happened? Whoops. Sorry.
Urian Caldecott, wanted for historic crimes against the old colony.
I'm waiting for you at the cathedral. There's something here you really need to see.
You truly do mean to kill him, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks kind of cool. But you know what? The thing is, it looks like a first-person Returnal. You know what I mean? Like that kind of gameplay, like a House Marquee style gameplay. So I don't know if that's what they were aiming for, but looks kind of cool to me.
What do you think a man like him would do with all of that power? How do you expect me to kill a god?
Your job is to lead me to the gallows. Maybe you ought to ask yourself why.
Here, folks. What do you do for
what
fun?
The fuck?
Other than shooting things, I mean.
Urian told you about the prophecy, didn't he? Of course he did.
I've got a lot riding on you, folks, and time is running short.
What terrible thing have you awakened? You just tried to kill me!
Men were never meant to control gods.
Stupid child! Can't you see you've fallen for a lie?
Yeah, apparently it was on Game Pass as well. They released this everywhere: PS5, Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox, Game Pass. So, again, I don't understand like what the deal is with this game. I see some people in the chat saying parry games with pronoun discussions. Parry games? What do you mean? Does this game have a pronoun discussion that I'm unaware of or something like that? But even so, visually speaking and gameplay wise, the game looks fairly interesting. So this game fell on deaf ears for a lot of people. I don't know if it's because it just came out at the wrong time or it just people, they pissed someone off. Like, it doesn't look bad at all. The game looks, again, I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. The game doesn't look bad at all. I would play this. I would check this out, personally. If it was so great, why is nobody playing it? Well, that's the question, right? That's the thing that I'm trying to bring up because, again, journals are trying to claim it was a great game. There's some people that are in our chat right now trying to claim that it was a great game. So if that's the case, then something's probably missing here, right? It has pronoun bullshit in the game. To what extent? Law, no Google. Is there a cutscene? You say you think Smash had a video about the pronoun scene? Oh, I think I remember this. I think I remember this. Wait, wasn't there a cutscene in this game that apparently there was like an NPC talking to, I think, a robot or something, and they were like trying to correct them on pronouns or some shit like that? Where it was like similar to Veilguard. Interesting. It's something like that. I don't know. I think that the gameplay looks good. But there is definitely like a disconnect here. Which is curious, and it's kind of crazy that they shut down so quickly. It says at the time of writing, Luna Abyss has an 86% positive Steam review and generally favorable 81 rating on Metacritic. Well, the thing is, like, you only have 676 reviews, so like, yeah, not that many people. If those are not enough, then Game Radar's own Austin Wood called it amazing. Unfortunately, the game's positive reception wasn't enough to save the entire Quelly Labs team from being made redundant. That's rough. That's rough. Studio CEO Holly Emery announced the sad news on LinkedIn, expressing appreciation for players and directing potential recruiters to team members who are now looking for jobs. Why, bro? Why are we doing this song and dance? Like, why do we constantly do this fucking song and dance, bro? 7 years of development on this game. 7 years. I'm not even gonna bother asking how much money they blew on this. 7 years on this game for them to just completely fucking felt themselves. Why? What's the point? Why even bother? And then to do this whole like, oh, you know, we're so sad or whatever. Like, again, this is why, like I said in my video with South at Midnight, I was like, we really don't have to be doing this. Like, we don't have to be doing this, right? Like, we don't have to be firing everybody. We don't have to be laying off so many people. We don't have to be losing so much money. Like, all this shit that's happening in the gaming industry actually doesn't actually have to happen. But unfortunately, we live in a time where the industry thinks that they're invincible still, for some reason. I don't know why, but they think that they're invincible. And now, with all the Xbox news that is going around, people are realizing that they're actually not invincible. It doesn't matter how big of a company you work for, right? Even Big Daddy Microsoft is going to lay off people if they fuck around and find out too much. And they're worth insane amount of money. It's just, it's the same fucking song and dance over and over and over again. And it's like, we don't have to be doing this song and dance. The industry doesn't have to be doing this, but for some reason, it's very important for them to do it. It's weird. So then it's like, okay, well, you want to make these posts about how sad you are that XYZ person lost their job. And again, for me, it's like, I'm not sad and I'm not happy. I genuinely don't fucking care. But my thing is, it's more so curiosity behind the decisions as to why. If you love your job so much, why risk it? Why risk it? Why do literally everything opposite from what would make your job as easy as possible? Why choose to do the complete opposite? And again, that's when it starts going down the rabbit hole of all these kind of reasons and stuff. But none of this, just so we're clear, none of this actually has to happen. Because a lot of this wasn't happening for a long time until money started running dry. And that's exactly what happens. Money is always going to run dry. It's only a matter of time. And this is what I said in my video. You could be subsidized, and you could continue to be subsidized. But subsidization is only going to last so long. And the moment that subsidization runs dry, now suddenly you feeling so invincible, well, that's not going to be the case anymore. It doesn't matter who you work for. There's rumors going around right now that Bungie is looking to lay off half of their people. I haven't been able to corroborate that. Once I do, you bet your ass I'm going to talk about it. But even Bungie, a company that was once thought too big to fail way back in the day, even they are getting supposedly laid off by half. So none of this is necessary. There really is no fucking reason to do any of this. Other than, and it's like in the gaming industry, for some reason, only in the gaming industry, can you offer to give people what they absolutely hate and then question why they never bought it? Or question why they were not interested, right? It's so odd to me. Why do that? It just doesn't make any sense. And if there really is a Tosh-like scene in this game, then yeah, of course, you bet your ass off. That's going to turn off a lot of people. In a video game that otherwise didn't look that bad. Again, when I review video games, have I seen Hollywood lately? No, I've checked out of Hollywood completely, Azrai, to be honest with you. I've checked out. Like, I went completely black-pilled on Hollywood, and I don't fucking care. I'm literally just collecting old school movies, 4K remasters of old school movies, making sure they're not censored, and that's basically it. That's all. Like, I'm completely fucking checked out on Hollywood. Anyway, I don't get why it's only in the gaming industry that's a thing. And the gameplay overall looked fairly decent. Again, you guys know when I review video games, I don't talk about politics or anything in video games. I don't talk about it at all. I just talk about what's good about the game, what's bad about the game, and what's really ugly about the game. But unfortunately, scenes like that are so in your face, these people don't even know what subtlety means anymore. You know, Your girlfriend, she's not my girlfriend. Covered the game, Hypnotic. She showed the pronoun scene and then let him have it. Didn't she tell y'all have a weird relationship? Bro, I haven't even talked to Vera Dark in like 6 months, bro. Like, again, it's this weird fucking like fake lore about me and Vera Dark is just odd. But anyway, but no, I did not see the video that she posted about that at all. Studio CEO Holly Emery announced the sad news on LinkedIn, expressing appreciation for players and saying that we've enamored by the love and support you receive both by our industry and critically by journalists. Do you see this? Hold on. Time the fuck out. Wait. Hold on. So you're the CEO. Hold on. You're the CEO of this studio. And this is what I'm talking about. This is literally what I'm talking about when it comes to the circle jerk nonsense that this fucking industry is plagued by. Okay? And I choose those words plagued by for a reason. The industry is plagued by circle jerk nonsense where this CEO in her statement decides to say that they're enamored by the love and support that was received both by industry and critically by journalists and the media. Where the fuck is the thank you for the gamers? Do you see what I'm saying? These people are making video games for themselves. These people are making fucking video games literally so they can make their journos and the media happy. And fellow industry people, they're making video games for themselves. And then you wonder why it's not mass appreciated by the average regular gamer. What the fuck kind of nonsense is this? You should be thanking the gamer first and foremost for the people who actually did buy your game, right? However many people that must have been. What's the estimated sales on this? Let's see. Bro, 12,000 to 32,000. That is the estimated sales on this game. 12 to 32,000. That's it. It's probably somewhere in the middle. Let's say like 15 to 17,000. That's usually where it goes. But you rather thank the journos and you rather thank the industry because they praised your game. How many times do we have to do this song and dance where you realize that journalists praising your game doesn't mean a fucking thing? The media praising your game doesn't mean a fucking thing, right? Look at South of Midnight. It's all happening. It's literally happening to so many studios right now. I got to cover all of it, so I'm just going to end it here. This studio and the statement that this person made, unfortunately, as of yesterday, the entire team has been made redundant. A decision that was completely outside our control. As a result, the entire team are available for work as of today. This statement right here tells me everything I need to know about the ideology behind this game. And again, even though the game looked interesting to me, it did. It did. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. It did. It did look pretty interesting. Knowing that you had that scene in the game, that particular, like, over-the-top, in-your-face scene, it's not like they're subtle with it. Right? If you're subtle with it or whatever the case may be, or if it's optional, whatever, we can have a conversation. But otherwise, like when you're so in the face like that, that's why Tosh was so fucking annoying. Because even if you try to avoid it, you can't, right? Which is very annoying. So that tells me everything I need to know about where the mindset of this person was. And this is the reason why the studio is in the shitter. You guys worked on this game for 7 years just to lose it all in 1 month. That is crazy work. And it's going to keep happening. It really is. It's going to keep happening. You guys have lost the art of subtlety. You guys have lost the art of storytelling. It's going to keep happening over and over and over again. So, writers are the number one problem, boys. Number one problem. I stand by that, and I always will stand by that. Writers are the number one problem in entertainment as a whole. Video games, movies, TV shows, everything. Writers are the number one problem. And until that problem is fixed, or at least worked on, you are always going to run into this shit. Because the video game is completely focused around what the writers write about the game. It's just what it is. Anyway. Let me resume the TTS. I'm not sure if anything came in. Then we're going to get to the next one. We got a lot to go over.
What do you call a dinosaur that's a cop?
What's that?
A triceratops.
Why did I ask? Why did I ask? Why did I ask? I shouldn't have asked. That was a mistake. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, let's thank you, Odin Dark. Let's continue, guys. You had to? I know. I had to. Let me pause the TTS again. All right, let's get into this. Let me X out the Luna nonsense. Really quick, fast story. Ubisoft. I want to cover this fast. This is not going to be a segment. Ubisoft. I'm not going to waste too much time on this fucking game. This game is fucking retarded already. Ubisoft. So Ubisoft is pulling the Mass Effect 3 cope. If you guys are around for Mass Effect 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that weren't around, I'll just explain. All right, so the Mass Effect 3 cope, what is that? That is basically where you fucked up on the ending. You know that you tried to do this whole, like, if you guys weren't around for it, Casey Hudson, I believe that's his name, if I remember correctly, Casey said that the ending for Mass Effect 3 was their artistic vision for the game, and they were going to stand by it no matter what, which I respected. That's fine. It was trash, but I respected that. And then, like, 2 or 3 months later, they say that due to the due to the feedback from gamers, that they're going to be releasing like a DLC or something that's going to explain the ending better. And then the DLC came out, and then the ending was like fucking worse. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? Just why are we even bothering? And then they added a whole new ending to it because people were like, wait a second. If Shepard is not indoctrinated, then wouldn't Shepard tell the little fucking alien boy to go fuck off, right? And that ending wasn't initially available in the game. And then in the DLC, they added that in there where you could shoot the Star Kid, right? You could shoot the Star Kid, and then he'll be like, you know, his real voice, the real voice of the Star Kid would come out, where it sounded like Harbinger. I don't know if it actually was Harbinger, but it sounded like Harbinger, and he'll be like, "So it is done," or something like that, and then like everybody dies. But anyway, that wasn't available. They only put that in there because people were like, "Hey, we really believe in the indoctrination theory, and you guys are saying the indoctrination theory is not the real thing. So like, why is Shepard acting the way that he's acting? I don't get it." The indoctrination theory was fucking badass, bro. I'm telling you right now, that is my ending. I don't care what anybody says. That is my own like canon ending in my head, right? For any of you that haven't played Mass Effect yet, if you do go play Mass Effect, after you're done with Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, go watch a YouTube video breakdown of the indoctrination theory. And you tell me what you believe after that, okay? You tell me what you believe. Anyway, so now apparently the Mass Effect 3 cope is happening to Ubisoft, where they're trying to say that the story didn't land as they hoped, right? The story didn't land as they hoped. And now apparently they're going to be doing one final update to try to fix the story. And apparently they're trying to say that they hope that the community is satisfied with where we leave our two protagonists. And according to many people, apparently it is a thing where they're going to tie it into Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which is fucking stupid. Like, if they do that, it's fucking dumb. I hope they don't do that, but chances are they're going to do that. The newest and final Assassin's Creed Shadows story update, Black Tides, what a great name, Black Tides, is here to bridge the narrative gap between Ubisoft's mainline open-world behemoth and story contained in the upcoming Black Flag Resynced. Oh my god, so they really are doing it? But the update has another purpose. It's the real ending to Naoe and Yasuke's story and a remedy to some of the main game's lackluster story. Wait, so you're really tying this shit together?
Holy shit.
Are you really doing this? Are you really trying to tie Assassin's Creed Shadows to Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced? Bro, what? The fucking audacity of these people. They're like, yep, we fucked up. So what we're going to do is we're going to advertise our upcoming game in the game that everybody abandoned. We're going to do that. It's a completely different time period. So what are you going to do? Are you going to have Yasuke? Let me guess. You're going to have like Yasuke leave like some fucking like I don't know, written text or something? Is that what's going to happen? And then they're going to find it in Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced? And it could be like, oh, there was a black samurai apparently in Japan. What the hell? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing too, Sanguine. I'm thinking Yasuke is going to fuck Naoe. And they're going to end up having a bunch of black babies that somehow populated Japan with nobody questioning anything. And then that's going to lead to a black assassin showing his face at some point in Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. That's what's going to happen. I think. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Stop the cringe. Listen, I'm not the one who's tying this shit together. They're the ones that are doing it. This is the worst idea I've ever heard. I guarantee you this supposed like true ending. I'll tell you this. I hated when they were doing this. Right? When Mass Effect 3 did this whole like true ending nonsense. Oh, get the DLC, play the DLC to get the true ending to the game. I don't want to play the DLC to get the true ending to the game. I want to be able to play the game and get the ending to the game. That's what I want. Stop this whole like true ending nonsense. It's fucking gay. I hate it so much. And it was really popular back then. They were trying to utilize the Mass Effect situation in order to sell true ending DLCs in other video games too. I remember. It was terrible. Like, stop that shit. Anyway, so that's basically it. I didn't want to like harp on this too long because I don't fucking care about this game. I just want to let you guys know about that. Okay, guys, let's cover the Xbox nonsense because, dude, it is crazy, boys. It is absolutely crazy. Let's cover the Xbox nonsense, shall we? Are we ready for this? I'm gonna take the ears off for this one, guys. I'm gonna take the ears off for this one. Nobody cares. I know. Guys, we need to talk about Xbox, man. Things are not looking good, boys. Things are not looking good. It is chaos in the Xbox scene. And this is something, I just want to be very clear at the start of this segment. This is something that has been in the works for a long time. Something like this doesn't just happen randomly, right? Something like this is planned well in advance. Even during all these showcases they were having, I mean, look at Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory just announced their game Senua, and they're supposedly now on the chopping block, not even a couple of weeks later. It's absolutely amazing. Here's what I want to say about this in the beginning of this segment. Then we're going to move on and talk about all this nonsense. We got South of Midnight, Ninja Theory, all kinds of shit. What I want to say is that all the Xbox fanboys that have been in my comments on my videos, anytime I criticize Xbox and talk about Game Pass and how Game Pass has never been profitable and it's been subsidized by Microsoft for the longest time, and how even though they lower the price of Game Pass, that's not going to suddenly make it profitable. It's going to be very difficult for them to change up the buying habits of their consumer base. They taught themselves. They taught their consumer base themselves not to buy video games. All right. They taught their consumer base to look at Game Pass for all their needs regarding gaming. And now they're trying to change that little by little by removing Call of Duty. It's only a matter of time before they remove other big video games on day one from Game Pass. Anyway, my point is all these business decisions that have been happening at Xbox that have been clearly not making money. All the fanboys that were in my comments saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. Xbox is doing amazing. They're so profitable. They're this, they're that, whatever. I'm sure you guys are really not going to have a lot to say anymore because now you have multiple studios that are potentially being let go. And I know the goalpost is going to move. You guys are going to say, well, these are studios that nobody cared about. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Now, I would agree normally, but that's not how you guys made it seem. You guys made it seem as everybody cared about these studios. You guys made it seem as if Compulsion Games was like the #1 best studio ever. I mean, for God's sakes, Compulsion Games was the Expedition 33 of Canada because it won like 6 or 7 game awards at the Canadian Game Awards, and it even took home Game of the Year. Bro, South of Midnight took home Game of the Year, and they also got Studio of the Year at the Canadian Game Awards. So it's very clear that a lot of the industry cared about it. It's very clear that a lot of the access media cared about it. But here's the thing, and I say this so many times. You guys don't pay the bills. You guys are actually taking money away from these studios. You guys don't pay for a fucking thing. Access media doesn't pay the bills. They're a parasite on the industry that constantly takes money from these studios because these studios feel like they got to pony up to you in order to get you to be nice to them. So you're a parasite on their actual studio. You take money from them. You don't put money in their pocket. Not only that, the shills online, you guys are fucking parasites too. You guys don't pay money. You guys ask for free review codes. You guys won't even buy the video game. And then if you don't get free review codes, what do? You go play the game on Game Pass. So there's that. Like, so you guys trying to claim that you're so important, but the truth is that you're fucking parasites on the industry. You don't actually support anything financially, monetarily, in any way whatsoever. And all it is one massive circle jerk of people that are trying to convince each other how important they are, and then convincing each other that they did the right thing by saying the right thing, or whatever they thought was the right thing. So anyway, if you guys missed the latest news, Microsoft has decided, and this is all rumored, by the way. It hasn't been like fully confirmed, although every major outlet's reporting on it now. So at this point, I think it's safe to say that it's most likely going to be true, especially given the recent statements by Asha Sharma and Matt Booty. I'm sure that it is true. But one of the studios that is rumored to be closing down is Compulsion Games. Compulsion Games is a studio that was behind We Happy Few, and also most recently South of Midnight. Now, South of Midnight is a video game that I played personally, and it's on my gaming channel. You can go check it out. One of the most boring video games I've ever played. Environmentally speaking, I thought it was pretty nice looking. I thought the environments were done very nicely. I thought the weather effects were very nice. Like, there was a lot of visual stuff to the game that was interesting. The characters were fucking atrocious. They were atrocious. I know they were going for the claymation kind of like setup there, but they were so fucking atrocious. Like, every single character, men included, were all just horrible to look at. It's just atrocious. It's like not even appealing whatsoever. Not even in a cool fantasy setting way. Like, nothing. It was all fucking atrocious. So anyway, not only that, the combat was horrible. The combat was literally the same thing over and over and over again. It was the same scenario over and over and over again. The combat was so bad that the game gives you the option to turn off the combat. Because, you know, accessibility and stuff like that. And I almost turned it off, but I thought to myself, you know what? This is how the game was supposed to be played. So I'm going to play the game how it's supposed to be played, even though the combat is terrible. So anyway, there's that. The music was pretty good in the game. Fantastic. Liked the music. I think it was pretty spot on. But usually they don't really fuck up music that often. Everything else from the story and whatnot was atrocious. It was horrible, boring, falling asleep halfway through the streams. It was rough. Anyway, the point is, nobody and their mother would be surprised that this kind of a video game shutting down their studio. But of course, we live in a world, especially these Canadian studios, that subsidization, unfortunately, is a real thing outside of the U.S. The U.S., you know, a lot of that subsidization money has gone away. But in Canada and in the UK, it's still very prevalent. This game shutting down their studio is not shocking to anybody with a brain. But for some reason, people are melting down online, talking about how this game should not be shut down and giving all their reasons why. So I kind of wanted to go over one in particular that I thought was pretty interesting. From this person, I have no idea who this is. Mephisto, Lord of Hatred. But I'm just going to go over their comments, okay? This was apparently translated from Portuguese. It is what it is. Indeed, nobody asked for South of Midnight, and that's precisely what makes it special. Okay. If the industry only produced what people already know what they want, new franchises would never exist. That's bullshit. Bro, we're starting off with the maximum cope already. The problem isn't the existence of games like South of Midnight, but Microsoft's inability to turn them into events. Oh, okay. You create a new IP with its own visual identity, unique setting, and potential to expand the brand's catalog, but you don't invest enough in marketing to create the desire to play it. Ah, okay. We're gonna return back to that statement in a second, okay? We're gonna return back to that statement. Hi-Fi Rush is another example. No one was asking for that game because no one even knew it existed. Even so, it was extremely well received by critics and the public and became one of Xbox's most praised properties in recent years. I like how they're trying to compare to Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, we're going to get into that. If the conclusion is that it's only worth producing sequels and established franchises, the industry enters a cycle where no one creates the next big hit. Every major franchise started as a project that no one asked for. So you just completely destroyed your entire fucking... Anyway. So you acknowledge that every single franchise starts off as something nobody asked for. So then clearly people don't have a problem with video games that nobody asked for. people have a problem with bad video games that nobody asked for. On top of the fact that Xbox is investing an ungodly amount of money into video games that nobody asked for. See, the thing is, if you're going to do a new franchise, you should really do it as safe as possible. You really shouldn't be blowing $100 million on a fucking video game like this. That is obscene. That is ungodly. Ungodly. Just to give you an idea, okay? Godzilla Minus Zero. That movie was made for less than $20 million, if I'm not mistaken. A movie about Godzilla, less than $20 million. Something like that, right? $80 more million gets you South of Midnight. That's insane. I think that is fucking wild to me. The money that you're spending on these games are astronomical. I've seen indie developers take $100,000 and make something that looks like South of Midnight. Why is that? Do you think Nintendo is as rich as they are because they're out there spending $100 to $200 million per project? Do you think that's the case? No, it's not. Nintendo spends an insane amount, an insane little amount of money. They spend barely any money on their video games, and they maximize profits because their video games sell like hotcakes. They know that their video games are selling like hotcakes, and yet they still keep their budgets down. It's wild, right? So there is no reason to be spending $100 million on a video game like South of Midnight. There's no reason to be spending $20 million on a video game like South of Midnight. I would even say there's no reason to spend $10 million on a video game like South of Midnight. And yet somehow we are spending $100 million estimated. Now, last I heard, the budget's anywhere between like $60 to $100 million. It doesn't matter. All of it's fucking ridiculous. All of it's ridiculous, right? So I want to go back to the other statement about Hi-Fi Rush. You know, I find it to be so hilarious because you claim that South of Midnight had no marketing, no advertising, no nothing. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I definitely saw marketing and advertising for South of Midnight. I 100% did it. Not only that, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Hi-Fi Rush get a 30-minute, highly edited, paid-for documentary to talk about their video game and to showcase it to the world? No, not that I know of. Hi-Fi Rush didn't get that. You know what video game did get a 30-minute, highly edited, documentary-style video about their video game to showcase to the world? South of Midnight did. South of Midnight also got a planned release date, and they also got a bunch of advertising for their release. You know what happened with Hi-Fi Rush? They shadow dropped it. They shadow dropped it. So for all intents and purposes, that means that Hi-Fi Rush should have did worse than South of Midnight, because if you're blaming lack of marketing, if you're blaming lack of interest due to Xbox not investing even more money, by the way, even more money, like we're talking about a video game that has a rumored $60 to $100 million budget, you're telling Xbox to spend even more money on it. Why? The video game that got shadow dropped did 6,132 concurrent players on Steam. It has an estimated sales of anywhere between basically 1 million to 2 million copies. South of Midnight did 1,438 with marketing, with a documentary, with everything, with an estimated sales of 66,000 to 142,000. So, I like the math is not computing for me, right? This is a video game that actually got marketing. These games were all on Game Pass, to my knowledge, right? Both of these games were on Game Pass. So, again, you could try to come up with any excuses you want. But the truth is, and whether you want to face the truth or not, that's up to you. I leave it up to the people. The truth is that this video game was not appealing to the majority of players that actually buy video games. It's just not. Hi-Fi Rush, the video game that it is, was more appealing. It was an action-style video game based on rhythm, which was pretty cool overall. I played this game. I liked it. But South of Midnight, on the other hand, was a very, 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 very niche video game. And again, all the positive reviews don't mean a fucking thing. Positive reviews don't mean a thing. Look, Hi-Fi Rush. Even Hi-Fi Rush has better reviews. 5% better reviews. They don't mean a thing. What it comes down to is whether or not people are going to take their wallets out and actually buy the game. And it just doesn't happen. Now, I understand all the drama, and I understand all the controversy behind the video game. I understand all that stuff. I understand that it was rumored that it was a white female character that was race swapped to a black female. There was a white female model that made the rounds on social media, and then they showcased the race swap to the black female model that we got today. I understand the Sweet Baby Ink involvement and all that stuff. I understand all that shit, right? I understand all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, people in the market are going to decide what's going to happen to your game. Your game can have all the positive press in the world. It can have all the negative press in the world. The market's going to decide. And people are going to vote for with their wallet because they view their wallet as anonymous. So it's like an anonymous vote. You're never really going to know who actually bought the game or not, ultimately. Especially if people want to keep that private, keep it off their accounts and stuff. So, listen, man, people chose not to buy this game. That's basically it. And unfortunately, this is where it brings us to this, right? Where you're trying to say that they would just make the same thing over and over. That's not true. That's not true. Because we get new franchises that blow up in popularity because people take the time to make a new franchise with less risk and are more likely to succeed based off the things that are in the game that are more likely going to be appealing to the mass majority of gamers. You can make something that's appealing to the masses without it being the same exact thing over and over and over again. You can add certain things to the game that certain people have become accustomed to, certain people will be interested in. You can make it appealing, and you could get people to play your game and buy it. So this game, unfortunately, looks like it's going to be the death of compulsion games. And again, you have all the media talking about this. You have the media talking about how this is the worst thing ever. I don't understand how this is happening. I'll tell you this. Even if you want to blame DEI for this, which it never is just one thing. I want to be very clear. It's never just one thing. I know people online like to blame DEI and shit because that's the easy thing to do. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's never just one thing. It's a compilation of things. You want to know one of the worst things about this game at launch? It was the performance. How do I know? Because people are still talking about it even till this day, bro. Even till this day. Look at all these patches. You have a thread for known issues, game crash troubleshooting guides, right? Look at this. Performance tanks in Chapter 5. The stuttering is unacceptable, right? You got, when is the sale? Is this game really good? DualSense support. Hold on. Wait, there was another one. Texture flickering. You got clipping in the game, right? Did they ever fix the performance issue with release? Guys, this video game had a clusterfuck. Exactly, Tanya. A clusterfuck of problems at launch. All right. It wasn't just supposed DEI or any of that stuff. Although that all, everything goes hand in hand. Is that for South of Midnight? Yes. This is the forum. This is the forum for South of Midnight. Okay. You can see right here. This is the forum for South of Midnight. And even till this day, people are still complaining about the performance of the game. These are posts that were made this month in June. And people are still, to this day, complaining about performance. So, again, you can talk about DEI, you can talk about all this shit, but there is so many things that go into a video game getting wrecked like this. And the truth is this. You can have the wokest video game in the world, but if you decide to put your foot forward, right? You're supposed to put your best foot forward. If you're going to have all this nonsense in the game, you best believe that fucking game better run pristine. You best believe that the game better work the way that it's supposed to work so that nobody else can talk about anything else related to the game outside of the supposed DEI stuff. But you can't even do that. You can't even do that. Look at Star Wars Outlaws. Same exact thing. Star Wars Outlaws got all the claims of DEI and all that shit. But bro, even the wokies that want to play the game, they can't even play the game and enjoy the game because it runs like shit. You guys won't even do the bare minimum to ensure that the people that are actually on your side from day one, they don't have problems, So, again, look, this is all from this month, May and June. May and June. It's crazy. So anyway, ultimately, this game is just one of many that are being closed down. And we're going to go over that because Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, and this is pretty fucking hilarious, I've said this many times, says that there is more monetization of Xbox video games happening on YouTube than the company as it tries to turn this into a sustainable business. I want all these Xbox fanboys that were in my comments that would say, Xbox is doing amazing. You're lying. You're grifting. You're such a chud. You don't know what you're talking about. It's doing amazing. They're more profitable than they've ever been. Bro, even the CEO says that the business was not sustainable. What do you say to that? What say you? Like, what do you say to that? We've been trying to tell, like, I feel like it was so obvious. Like, it's not like, again, I don't want to shit on Xbox. I just said recently that the Xbox Showcase, I feel like, was the best of the three. Right? I meant that. I think the Xbox Showcase was the best showcase out of the three. But even the CEO admits that what they've been doing is not sustainable, which is exactly what I've been saying for so many years now. That Xbox, as it was, with Game Pass and everything, is not sustainable. And it was only a matter of time before reality sets in. It was only a matter of time, boys. And that's where we're at right now. Reality has set in for this supposed sustainable business model. So there's a lot of that going around. But not only that, guys, we also got Double Fine, Ninja Theory as well. Now, if you guys don't like Double Fine, I don't know what the fuck their deal is. I'm blocked by Double Fine. I never once mentioned them, never once tagged them. Whatever, fine. I don't care. I just thought it was funny. I'm pretty sure they probably use like a block list or something. Block all the chuds online. Yeah, it's like whatever. Anyway, but Ninja Theory, if you guys if you don't remember, Ninja Theory is coming out with Senua, right? They literally just announced the game, not even just a couple of weeks ago, at the Xbox Showcase. They're coming out with Senua, right? So they announced Senua, and then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, they're on the chopping block, bro. All I'm saying is that a call came down from somewhere. If you want to say it's a CEO or whatever, a call came down that it's time. It's time. And what Xbox is doing is that they are ripping the Band-Aid off. They realize that it doesn't matter how slow they actually take to fire all these people or close these studios. They're going basically the Ubisoft route, which is just rip the Band-Aid off and just start closing down all these studios. And again, I want to reiterate, because I already know there are people out there that no matter what, they'll just like focus on the fact that I'm criticizing Xbox or whatever. No matter what, if you're a shill, if you're not a shill, if you're in between, whatever, this does not have to happen. I don't know how many times I have to say this. This doesn't have to happen. Studios don't have to close down. Developers don't have to lose their jobs. None of this shit has to happen. But unfortunately, we live in a world where these developers were playing fuck around and find out, where these studios were feeling very comfortable as long as their bank accounts are being subsidized by Big Daddy Microsoft. Everybody felt real comfortable. Everybody felt like they could just do whatever the fuck they want to do because they don't have to actually make video games for gamers, as we have clearly seen. They don't. They're more worried about how their peers think about their game. I want you to just realize that real quick. They're more worried about what their peers think about their video game than the actual players buying their video game. They're more worried about getting high review scores from the gaming media, and they're more worried about what other developers think about the fucking message in their game. They're more worried about anything other than giving people who actually take their fucking wallets out and spend money on these games. They're more worried about those people than they are about any of us, really. And again, just to reiterate earlier in the segment, Access Media is a fucking parasite. All right, they're going to pretend like YouTubers are the parasite. We're not the ones that are coming out here taking money away from these developers, and we're damn sure not the ones asking for free review codes, although there are some. There are some, okay? I don't want to pretend like there isn't any, but there definitely is. But that's just what it is, man. The Access Media is a parasite on the industry that constantly takes. They don't offer anything to the actual industry other than giving these studios validation to go to their shareholders and say, look, we're critically praised. The critics love us. They love us. Look, we got 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, perfect game, masterpiece. They're calling it a masterpiece. Look, that's what they care about. They just think like every other regular gamer is just a fucking chud. They think all of you are chuds, even if you might politically agree with them, which I've seen, by the way. I've seen certain people that watch me that lean more, I guess left or whatever. Because people automatically assumes everything's right wing if you're like against some of this stuff. But you have people that lean more left, and those people get ignored, if not get shit on, because they have questions about the game that these people don't want an answer. They don't want to answer it. They just want to look at you and be like, if you're questioning my genius, you're a fucking chud. Like that's basically how it goes. So now apparently they're actually trying to negotiate an exit. So these studios are trying to figure out a way that they could survive before they get basically chopped by Microsoft. So Double Fine, Ninja Theory, and Compulsion Games are all trying to figure out how they can survive past being on the chopping block for Microsoft. It says Compulsion Games is seemingly just the start. Xbox has finalized its decision to close Hellblade and Celewa. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I didn't see that. I didn't read this one yet. Oh, it's over. Whoa. According to a new report from The Verge, details are scarce, but staffers were reportedly told about the closure today, and there is apparently still potential for the studio to find a new buyer. Bro, they just announced this game, dude. They just announced this game. They just announced Senua. And weeks later, they're getting shut down? God damn, bro. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep, boys. Wow. Whew, boy, Ninja Theory. That's rough, man. That's rough. Well, there's that. So I'll say this then. If it's been confirmed that they're closing down Ninja Theory, I think it's pretty safe to say that Compulsion Games and Double Fine are probably going to be following suit. It's only a matter of time. These rumors are most likely not rumors anymore. It definitely seems like it's going to be happening. Damn, bro. That's rough. Didn't they? Yeah, Joker. So Senua was just in their showcase, which is fucking hilarious to me. That part is fucking like ironically funny that they had this video game showcased at their Xbox showcase and then they closed down the studio a couple of weeks later. That tells me that Microsoft and the CEO and like all the executives at Xbox, that tells me they did not tell these studios. They did not tell these studios that this was happening. This is all literally a surprise happening right now. So that's so embarrassing, though. That's so fucking embarrassing. That's actually kind of fucked up when you think about it, because you got these people showing a video of a video game that they're working on that they think they have your full support. They think they think you are going to support them completely, and you let them show their video in front of the world, and then a week or so later, you're going to fire them in front of the entire world? Bro, that's fucking insane. Asha Sharma does not give a fuck. Bro, Satya does not care either. But, I mean, to be fair, right? These studios have been losing their money. A lot of these studios have been losing their money. And, guys, wait. Oh, man, Hypnodom is sort of in a moment. Hold on, wait. Do you guys remember when I was reacting to the Xbox showcase? I had said, when Senua showed up on screen, I had said, wait, they're making another Senua? And what was the words that I said? I said, how the fuck do these games keep getting made? How do they keep getting made? There's no way that they're making money on these games to justify a third Senua. I can understand if you want to make a second one and roll the dice and see what happens. You're on a third one? For this highly graphical motion captured video game? How How is that happening? You know? Now, we all know how it's happening, but it's a rhetorical question. The point is, looking back at that now, it was like, wait a second. Now it makes a lot of sense. Now it makes a lot of sense. And again, I liked, well, like is probably a strong word. I appreciated the first Senua game. I didn't think it was awful. I also didn't think it was amazing. I thought it was okay. It was one of those like aggressively 5s, right? Like an aggressive 5 out of 10. That's what that game was. Maybe even a 6. Like it was just like barely aggressively goes over the mid, right? You never heard of Senua? Look it up. But I just never understood how it got a sequel, let alone a third video game. That blew my mind. And now we realize that Microsoft has decided that the third one is also a waste of time. Glowmide Prince says, Dying Studio Showcase. Is that what we're going to call the Xbox Showcase now? Dying Studio Showcase? That's actually kind of funny. That's fucked up. No, but it's seriously, I just want to reiterate, for the shills out there and for the journos out there, you guys realize that this shit just doesn't have to happen, right? None of this has to happen. And I know you're going to blame capitalism. You're going to blame, like, literally whatever. You're going to blame anything other than decisions made at development by the studio that made the game. This doesn't have to happen. None of this has to happen. But unfortunately, you guys just don't actually support the video games that you claim that you love so much. And then you'll be like, well, if I could get it for free, why would I pay for it? What do you mean? If you love these video games, pay for them. Try to support these. Try. At least a little bit. But we all know that's not going to happen. We know that them trying is basically asking for free codes and stuff. And at the end of the day, even though this doesn't have to happen, it will keep happening. It will keep happening. It will keep happening over and over and over and over again until eventually we kind of just reset, which I think is what's happening here. I think that Xbox has decided that enough is enough. Enough is enough. And there needs to be a reset. That's what it is. Did I hear about the EU Commission striking down Stop Killing Games? I did. I wanted to talk about it today. I don't think I'm going to have time, but I'll cover it tomorrow for sure. They need to reset. Xbox needs to reset. And I think that Sony is probably going to reset as well. I don't think we're that far off from hearing about a multitude of layoffs over at Sony. I think Xbox is at the, front and center right now. Everybody's talking about it because it's the story that broke first. But I would guarantee you that Sony is going to also be having this coming to Jesus moment. It's only a matter of time. And, like I said, there's rumors that Bungie apparently is on the chopping block in terms of like half of their developers being fired. I haven't been able to corroborate that. If I do get any kind of corroboration with that, you will obviously hear from me. But as of right now, I haven't been able to verify anything. But this is crazy. This is crazy. I think that this is the first example of what we would probably call the gaming crash of 2026. We've been talking about gaming, potentially crashing for a couple of years now. I think we are getting there. I think between the rising cost of hardware and the rising cost of development and the fact that subsidization money is running dry, I think that we are absolutely at the crash. I think we are here. I think we're going to slowly but surely get there. And I think that we are seeing the results of it happening right before our eyes. So that's basically it. 206 Zelda actually says something important in the chat. Studios like Compulsion were useful idiots. They've outlived their purpose. I agree. I agree. I think that these studios that were being subsidized, by the way, because again, there are studios within Xbox that don't have to be subsidized because they put out pretty decent games, right? There are studios for PlayStation that don't have to be subsidized because they're putting out decent games. All the other studios, though, and there's a lot of them, are being subsidized. So it's only a matter of time before those studios outlive their purpose. And I think that we are here. I think that we are here. And again, it's sad because it doesn't have to happen. None of this has to go down this way. But unfortunately, the hubris of people it's just not there, sadly. So they don't even need to make a Persona 6. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind a Persona 6. So ever since the virus never left, it mutated into gaming slop. Yeah, well, that's one way to look at it. So, yeah, but those people scramble to make a new studio and make more of these slop games. Oh, see, that's the thing, right, Yamato? So the beauty about governmental subsidization is that it's pretty much like infinite in a way, especially if you're in Canada or in the UK, which a lot of these people are at, right? So a lot of the people, especially in Canada, Montreal, as they like to say, there is an insane amount of government subsidization that can happen for a studio. They can get hundreds of thousands of dollars just for having, 50% diversity. There are other things that they could qualify for. It's crazy. It's really crazy shit. So they could just easily get a ton of money to start themselves off. And that's usually what happens. These AAA studios, or AA studios, they get basically broken up. And these developers decide to start their own studio because they know how easy it is, depending on where they live. And they just do what they do. And just like the fucking cycle repeats itself. But ultimately, though, it's one thing if they are a independent studio on their own. It's another thing if they're a studio working for a major publisher like Xbox, right? These big name companies, even if they're developers that they end up firing, open up their own studios, most of them are just going to be independent studios. They're not going to really work with directly Xbox or PlayStation in any meaningful way. So the cleanse is happening one way or another, even if it does result in a lot of these new indie studios. The cleanse is happening. It's going to happen. 100% going to happen. And the crash is here, and Xbox is starting it. PlayStation will continue it. Nintendo's probably not going to do anything because they're fucking chilling. Because Nintendo's doing things the right way in terms of budgetary concerns. As much as they're fucking assholes from a litigious standpoint, they know exactly how to spend as little money as possible to get the maximum return. They know how to do it. I got to give them credit. They know how to do it. That's why they're so fucking rich. They hate gamers, but they love the government money. That's because for them, you can get the government money without ever having to release a product that people actually like. That's what it is. When your customer is the government, all you got to do is convince the government that you check off certain boxes. That's very easy to do. When your customer is the gamer, you have to sell them on the game. And these people don't want to sell the fucking game because they're not making video games. They're making what they like to call pieces or art or something like that. They'll use some fucking word to try to make it sound grander than what it is. They'll be like, yeah, this piece is just so beautiful. It's like a work of art. That's what it is. That's BS, and that's got to stop. It's not going to stop. The government money is not going to stop, at least not in Canada and the UK, not anytime soon. In the US, it has stopped. But the truth is, if like any kind of hardcore, like super lefty gets back in power, which is only a matter of time, subsidization will most likely return. You're going to start seeing all kinds of ridiculous money spending, and it's all going to go to the places that we're losing out on money right now over the last few years. It's going to happen. 100% going to happen. So, yeah, look forward to that. USAID will make a full return. Oh, man. It's going to happen, boys. Our money constantly gets wasted all the fucking time. They're making propaganda. Yeah, well, again, some of them, yes, it's propaganda. Some of them are actually just genuinely like theater kids that are making video games, and they're making these video games that are basically in the image of the lives that they wish that they lived. Hence why you have something like Mixtape, where they're trying to say, oh, anybody from the 90s can relate to this experience. No, the fuck I can't. I don't know what kind of 90s you are experiencing, but I can't relate to whatever the fuck Mixtape was. But anyway, that's basically it, boys. Xbox, it ain't looking good, man. It is not looking good. And it's only a matter of time. A couple more days, we're going to find out that more studios have closed. PlayStation is probably not that far behind. And you already know, man, when the PlayStation news drops, oh, man. Because the thing is, like, fanboys for Xbox, yeah, they're pretty egregious. But they pale in comparison to PlayStation fanboys. Mainly because the numbers, right? Like, there's way more PlayStation players than Xbox players. So it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. All right, let me catch up on Supers, and then we're going to get into the Blizzard story. We got to talk about Blizzard. I know we're well past time, but we got to make time for it because we got to cover the lawsuits that Blizzard's doing right now. And then after that, we're going to finish the battle, and then we're going to raid ourselves over at Hypnotic Gaming Live because we're playing some Lords of the Fallen with Leon today. And I heard a rumor. I don't know if you guys can corroborate this rumor, but I heard a rumor that Leon is potentially going to be very drunk for the stream. And that's going to be a problem because I've already been carrying him. I've already been carrying him in Lords of the Fallen. I love you, Leon. I'm sorry, but you know it's true. I've been carrying him in Lords of the Fallen. The last thing I want to do is carry a drunk man in a Souls game. That's the that's the last thing that I want to do. So anyway, because his inability to dodge is already not great. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. I don't drink, so you already know I will be fine. But yeah, anyway. All right, let's resume the TTS and see what you guys got to say, if anything, and then we'll move on.
That old gamer 5569 celebrates 15 months of membership.
15 months,
I
let's
have
go.
the Mass Effect collection, still haven't
nice.
played it.
You haven't played it, bro?
Nintendo
You have to play
spends
it.
more
Old
on
gamer, you have to play
lawsuits
it.
than game development.
That is true, sadly. Thank you,
Ninja
Secret
Theory
Final Boss.
always sucked, like Star Wars.
You know, so Ninja Theory, my dislike for Ninja Theory, I'll show you where it came from. And you guys, if you know me, you already know what I'm about to say. My dislike, hold on.
Oh no, say goodbye to your channel Hypno. When Leon's drunk he goes a little crazy, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Yeah, you're not lying about that. You're not lying about that. My dislike, where is the photo? I can't seem to find the original because they changed it, but you know, that's fine. Let me see. Maybe this works? No, that's not working. Damn. All right, whatever, it's fine. So my dislike for this game comes from this. My dislike for Ninja Theory comes from this. Right? So like, you know, what they did with Devil May Cry. That's again, like the whole, yeah, it is gonna be hilarious. Roast the fuck out of Leon. Emo Dante was when I got very annoyed with Ninja Theory, because again, like the gameplay was fine in this game, and the Emo Dante that you're looking at right now is not even like how he initially looked. Because when they revealed this, I'll show you. For those of you that don't know your gaming history, hold on. I'm just a grifter, by the way. I don't really play video games, but I somehow know about a lot of this shit. But anyway, what do I know? Let me show you really quick how he debuted. Watch. They ended up changing it due to backlash, which, by the way, for all the people who are online right now who are saying, "Oh my God, gaming was so much more positive before the grifters came along. Nobody complained about anything. It was the greatest thing ever. Ever." Yeah, well, that's not true, because backlash, massive backlash, led to the redesign of Dante in Ninja Theory's DMC. I'm just letting you know that. Anyway, let's do it. Everybody hated this shit. All right? This was like, you know how everybody hated the Sonic movie? You guys know how everybody hated the Sonic movie when it was the original design, and then the backlash, they changed it, right? Same thing here. This was the Sonic of video games back then. Look
Young
at this emo shit. Watch this.
Rehabilitation program. Subject 64432B.
Look at this shit.
Psychoevaluation treatment. Day 13. Resume. What is your name?
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. This was like, edgy teenager emo fucking bullshit, bro. They massacred Dante. They thought this was the edgiest shit in the world. This was the initial reveal for DMC. This was the initial run, and then they obviously, what did he look like before? This is his before. This is his before.
I will ask you again.
It's hard to tell because the graphics are so bad. But if you look at the promotional art for this, he was like covered in makeup and shit. He was covered in like goth makeup, like lipstick and eyeliner and all that shit. Bro, it's so bad.
What is your name?
Brother, look at the eyeliner, bro. Look at the fucking eyeliner. Oh my god. Oh my god. Every time I look at this shit, I hate it. I hate it. It's awful, bro. Yeah, it's horrific. Yeah. That's why, like, again, for me, like, Ninja Theory got tossed into like the bullshit fucking what do you call it? Like the bullshit bin. Whenever, like, when I saw this trailer so many years ago, I was like, this is fucking trash, bro. Like, what am I looking at right now? This is horrible. Did they give him a bald spot too? No. That's his white hair to try to have like a callback to Dante's white hair. So they gave him like a mixture between like white and black hair. Can you show the change trailer? Yeah, give me a second. Hold on.
Name is Dante.
God, it's so fucking bad, bro. They literally turned him into like an edgy fucking teenager. It is awful. DMC release trailer. Let's see if I can find that really quick. DMC Devil May Cry launch trailer. PS4. DMC Devil May Cry cinematic trailer 13 years ago launch trailer. All right, let's try this. I don't know if this is it. Let me see. So long ago, it's crazy. I don't know if this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. They took off the makeup. They made him a little bit more like, look, the eyeliner's gone. You see? So much for like backlash didn't exist back then. Look, the eyeliner's gone. No eyeliner, no makeup or anything like that. It's completely gone. They kept his hair the same and they made him a little bit younger looking, not so like meth addict, you know?
She gave her life so that we could escape.
Dante. He's still out there. I will rip open his chest with my bare hands and feast on his beating heart.
Yeah.
I will never forget what he did to her.
So that's basically it. I mean, you guys get the idea. So again, that's why like when people talk about this shit and they're like, "Oh, gaming was so positive back then. Nobody complained about anything." Shut the fuck up, bro. You guys are such LARPers. You guys are absolutely LARPers. You were either casual gamers and you never participated in any conversation whatsoever, or you weren't playing any video games whatsoever, or you just got into video games now. You just got into video games now and you're trying to add some like fucking street cred to yourself. So you're trying to pretend like you were always there. No, the fuck you weren't. Because if you were always there, you would realize that, yeah, tourists say that shit, exactly. You would realize that people have been complaining about shit for fucking decades, bro. And this is one of the biggest backlashes in gaming history. Literally. DMC Devil May Cry was one of the biggest backlashes in gaming history, to the point where they changed up the character design because it was that big of a backlash. And this was before mainstream social media like we have it today. It's crazy shit, man. Unbelievable. We complained before the internet even existed. Exactly, we did. Remember how they used to allow you to have like what the fuck was it called, Joker? They used to allow you to submit questions to like gaming magazines, and then like the magazine editors will select certain questions that then the developers will then answer, and then your question will be showcased inside the magazine and stuff. That was our old school, I guess Reddit threads back in the day, you know. Yeah, they used to allow us to do that, but no, it's so insane, man. It's so insane. Anyway, shit talk the editors. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get out of this. Let's talk about we got to talk about Blizzard. Let me go over supers on Rumble. Let me see if there's anything to catch up on Rumble. It just repeated King Demon Wing's $500 super chat. I thought he dropped another one for a second. I got scared. Let me check really quick. I don't think there's anything else. No, okay, we're good. We're good. All right, boys, let's get into it, man. Final topic. Let's talk about Blizzard. Because Blizzard is on some shit yet again. What else is new? What else is new, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, really quick, before we get into Blizzard, guys, you see this? You see this? Xbox is getting felted so bad. I wish I brought this up. I didn't bring this up during the Xbox segment. Xbox is getting felted so bad that the gamers, Xbox gamers, actually think that Xbox is going to remove paid online. Xbox is losing so much money, and the gamers are like, we want you to lose even more money. Did you see this? Hold on. More than 20,000 Xbox fans are asking Microsoft to remove paid online multiplayer, which I agree with, by the way. I'm just telling you it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Saying players should not have to pay extra just to play online after already buying a console and games. Why are you fighting this now? This is what I'm talking about, bro. You guys had the opportunity to fight this shit fucking years ago. Years ago when they started this, and nobody wanted to fight it. Nobody wanted to, well, I wouldn't say nobody, but the vast majority didn't want to fight it. They felt special for having to pay for like an exclusive service or some shit. And now you're fighting for it? Bro, now when they're firing people left and right because they're losing money, it's terrible timing. But apparently a request on Microsoft's feedback portal has received over 20,000 votes, making it one of the most popular requests from Xbox users. Fans want online multiplayer to be free instead of requiring a Game Pass Core and Game Pass Ultimate subscription. You know how you get free online gaming? By coming over to PC gaming. That is correct. That's correct. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. All right, boys. Listen, let's get into it. We need to talk about Blizzard. Let me bring it up. Hold on. Because apparently I lost one of my stiff. Where is it? Blizzard. Where are you? Here it is. Got it. Okay. All right, boys, we're going to talk about Blizzard now. So we covered Blizzard closing down Turtle WoW. If you guys don't know what Turtle WoW is, Turtle WoW was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, private server for World of Warcraft, okay? And I've made my thoughts very clear about private servers, whereas, like, for me, I don't care that they exist. I think they can be pretty fun sometimes, obviously. And I understand that there's a lot of people out there that play private servers, like, religiously. They love it. They love private servers. That's all they play. But then they get offended when the studio takes action against the private server, when at the end of the day, you're not guaranteed existence, right? Because the truth is that Blizzard only tolerated you for so long. And I know people don't want to hear that. They don't want to admit that. But when you play on a private server, you have to be ready to lose everything at any given moment, because Blizzard or any other company with any other online video game can come and just shut you down at any moment, at any time. That's just what it is. But it still sucks to see them get shut down, because ultimately, I know people really enjoy these private servers, and I hate seeing people lose the stuff that they enjoy. But unfortunately, these private servers are, acting in an illegal manner, at least when it comes to World of Warcraft anyway. So, with all that being said, Turtle WoW got shut down. They got sued by Blizzard, and Blizzard won the lawsuit, and they got shut down. They shut down recently. They had their final stream or whatever. And some people were like, oh, maybe this will be it. Maybe this will be the end. This is not the end, okay? Anybody that thought this was going to be the end, it's not, all right? I said it from the beginning, and I'll say it again. Blizzard is absolutely, positively, 100,000% going to be going after multiple private servers. And I said this before. I think the reason why this is because Blizzard seems to be gearing up to release a game mode for World of Warcraft called Classic Plus, which is essentially what these private servers have been offering. They've been offering a game mode called Classic Plus, which allows you to play Classic World of Warcraft, but with some, updated features or, modern stuff, whatever the case would be. That's what I think they're doing, because I haven't seen them go this hard against private servers like this, and all at the same time, too. This is insane. Now, to be fair, they now have the backing of Microsoft, so clearly they have a lot more funds to be able to utilize to be a little bit more litigious, but I still haven't seen them go this crazy. They definitely have closed down private servers in the past, but it was never like this. This is just like a sweeping effect that they're doing right now. And keep in mind, like this post says from Pirate Nation, some of these private servers have been around for a long fucking time, okay? Some of them, like this one, Dalaran WoW, has been around for 14 years. 14 years, think about that. That's crazy. Now, this particular server wasn't Classic focused. It was actually Wrath of the Lich King focused, which, again, my favorite expansion for World of Warcraft was Wrath of the Lich King, so there's that. But Dalaran WoW was around for 14 years, and now Blizzard is all of a sudden saying that they're going to shut it down. So that's why I think there's some other ulterior motive that we haven't seen yet as to why they're shutting down all these private servers. And there's another one, too, that we're going to go into in a second. So they're going after a private server called Ascension. They're actually suing this server, so we'll talk about it. So anyway, Dalaran WoW was announced, or has announced, that its servers will shut down today, marking the end of the longest-running Wrath of the Lich King private servers. Since launching in 2012, Dalaran WoW built a loyal community and became known for its unique progression system and dedication to the Wrath of the Lich King experience. The team thanked the community and wrote, "The realm falls silent now, but it was never the servers that made this place magic, it was you. Every raid, every battleground, every late-night conversation, and unexpected friendship became part of something bigger than we ever imagined." Now, if you look at this particular photo right here, this is kind of a, description as to what Dalaran offered. It says, "Welcome to the original Wrath of the Lich King, where you can feel the retail essence once again. Discover why we are the Blizzard-like server with the most successful start." That's a terrible thing, by the way. To describe yourself as a Blizzard-like server is really bad if you get sued by Blizzard, because they could say, well, they're advertising themselves as a Blizzard-like server and they're not Blizzard. I just thinking like outside the box here. But it says that you get a fully functional Winter Grasp, path finding, and LOS, no gear by donations. Refer a friend, amazing quality, low latency, full and impressive content scripted, most retail-like server. Most retail-like server is also a really bad choice of words. But anyway, devotion, dedication, and focus only to the Wrath of the Lich King, strong and helpful community. Again, very nice, and I'm sure it was super fun for a lot of people. 14 years is a very long time. But also, we have another problem. We have more lawsuits on our hands, because now Blizzard is suing Ascension, okay? Blizzard sues another of the largest private servers. Following the Turtle WoW case, Blizzard has decided that they're going to sue the Ascension server, demanding its shutdown and financial compensation. Bro, this is pretty insane. All the information and link to the full complaint can be found here. Now, guys, I got to be real with you. This is not going to be the end, okay? I'm sure we are going to start seeing some announcements from private servers that don't even want to bother going through a lawsuit. I think we're going to start seeing them announce shutdowns ahead of time. They're just going to assume that Blizzard is going to be knocking down their door at some point to basically either, cease and desist them, sue them, or whatever the case may be. Some servers will try their luck, of course, and I don't know if Ascension was one of them, but ultimately this is all just going to end bad. It just is, man. And again, I'm sorry. I know people don't want to hear that. I know they don't want to hear that, but the truth is that private servers are not allowed. They're just not fucking allowed, boys. And people will be like, "Oh man, I can't believe you're defending Blizzard." I'm not defending Blizzard. What I'm telling you is the truth of the matter. The private servers are not allowed, and Blizzard is only like, if your server has been around for the longest time, that's only because they tolerate you. That's really it. That's only because they tolerate you. At any moment, they absolutely can and they will shut you down. Now, I've seen some people recommend one thing, which is like, why doesn't Blizzard offer to give a license to these private servers? Guys, do you understand who you're talking to? Do you understand you're talking to fucking like Xbox? Activision, right? Blizzard. These motherfuckers don't even want to allow you to have the license to play your games for a long amount of time. You think they want to give you a license so that you can operate your private server and keep taking money from them? Do you really what Tiger King says why they not allowed is because a lot of these private servers are taking donation money and running these servers. So Blizzard is arguing that they're losing money from people that are choosing to play on these private servers and giving money, right? So it is a thing where they're just not allowed. Like, private servers have never been allowed. And I've seen people say, well, they should just give them a license. It's not going to happen, okay? Blizzard, Microsoft, Xbox, whatever, whoever, Activision, doesn't matter, whoever owns it, it's not going to happen. They're not going to give you a fucking license. These guys don't fucking care about you like that. They don't care about the fact that you've been playing on a private server for like 10 plus years. Only you care about that. And you have every right to care about that, obviously, since you invested a lot of your time into it. But I'm telling you, as a friend, okay, from someone who's played these games, if you are investing your time in a private server, there's nothing wrong with that, but you absolutely, positively need to be ready to lose it all. You need to be ready to lose it all. And by the way, this is the same advice I tell people for the retail version, because retail video games, as we have learned, can also die at any given moment. And all that time and money that you put into these games can disappear at any moment when they're an online MMORPG like this. Does it suck? Absolutely. But that's just what it is. So you have to be ready to lose it all. You have to understand that you're only living in the moment. You're only living in the day that you're playing. And at any moment, it can all go away. Violent City says this has always been the rule for MMOs. Exactly. Like, I'm really not trying to like be a dick, right, about this, because I can sympathize with losing all that progress and stuff, but it's a private server. Like, it's not a retail server, so the chances of you losing your shit is even higher than it already is on the retail server. It just already is. I don't know what else to say other than that. It's just like, for me, I don't understand the people getting angry at Blizzard. I really don't, because this is their IP. This is their video game. And then they'll say like something along the lines of like, well, Blizzard's not giving us the product that we want. So then keep doing what you're doing and don't give them money. That's basically it. But by you saying you want to play World of Warcraft, but you want to play World of Warcraft that somebody else is giving to you, they don't own World of Warcraft. So them giving you a World of Warcraft experience, while it is nice and you get to enjoy it, you get to play it, just be ready to lose it. Just be ready for it to all go away at some point in time. That's it. There are people out there that play private servers that know this shit can go up in flames at any moment, and that's fine. As long as you understand, fuck it. Let's have at it, right? That's just what it is. Fourth Wall Guy says Destiny 2, perfect example. Exactly. But the funny thing is, Destiny 2 is not even being shut down, right? It's just not being updated anymore. So that's all I'm saying. And again, I understand it sucks. I know there are going to be people that are going to be like, fuck Blizzard, all this shit. I get it. I totally get it. But, you know, it just doesn't make sense, right? Either they make it free or WoW would die. Guys, I don't mean to laugh. Guys, saying World of Warcraft is going to die, people have been saying that for 20 years now, okay? I have personally lived through, I can't even count on two hands, how many World of Warcraft killers that were supposed to come out, kill World of Warcraft and all that. People have been saying WoW's going to die for 20 years now, all right? Is WoW going to die at some point? Obviously. But like this whole like, oh, do what we want, or WoW's going to die. It's going to die a very, very, very slow death. Like it is right now. But the player who doesn't pay to play will look for another game and they'll die. Maybe. One of the most original servers that people have the theory that it would be replaced by a Classic Plus for €15 a month. Blizzard, if I wanted to play your Classic, I would pay for it, but I don't like your WoW. But see, this is what I don't get. If I wanted to play your Classic, I would pay for it, but I don't like your WoW, Blizzard. Guys, Blizzard is the WoW, okay? I don't know where this comes from. This might just be like anger. I don't know. Blizzard's WoW is the only WoW, all right? It's the only official WoW. Anything else is an illegal facade of WoW. Not that you can't enjoy it. Not that you can't partake in it. Obviously, I don't care if people play on private servers. I used to play on a private server and fuck around with it. But if you are angry at the product that is being offered at retail, then you cannot be angry if your fake product gets taken down by the people who actually own it. That just never makes any sense whatsoever. So just don't pay them. Don't pay them anymore for classic Blizzard. That's fine, and just move on. Blizzard has turned to crap. I agree, which is why I quit World of Warcraft way back in the day. Again, I've told this story many times. I played World of Warcraft hardcore, extremely hardcore, all the way up to Wrath of the Lich King. After finishing Wrath of the Lich King, I was excited for Cataclysm, right? Cataclysm came out, and I got felted. Like, Cataclysm was, like, so subpar, in my opinion. I was not interested in it whatsoever. Only the final battle with Deathwing really made it interesting. But aside from that, like, they put a lot of their time and resources into remaking the map so that it made it so you could fly around, which was cool. That was cool. But, like, Cataclysm really wasn't that great. It started to fall off little by little. But then, Mist of Pandaria came out, boys. Boys, I'm sorry. When Mist of Pandaria came out, I tried it. I did. God bless my soul. I tried it. I really did try it. But I could not. I just could not. I'm sorry. I could not. And I gave up. I gave up on it. I checked out on it at that point. I was like, you know what? This is fucking gay. This is absolutely trash. I do not like Mist of Pandaria. I am out. And then everything that came out after that just reassured my decision to leave after Mist of Pandaria. So I'm good. I'm good. But Kung Fu Panda and Pokemon, yeah, I know. They added like the Pokemon battle system, which is so funny that Nintendo never sued them for that. But anyway, that's besides the point. You didn't like pandas? What the fuck? I did not. I did not. I'm sorry. I didn't like what it was. I didn't like the game, the actual, what they did to the game, the zones. I didn't like any of that shit. I'm sorry. I didn't. But that's basically it. So again, guys, like I get it. I get the anger. Totally understand. Blizzard is starting to play with fire. This server is no longer. How the fuck is Blizzard starting to play with fire? Explain to me how Blizzard is playing with fire. How is that? So wait, Blizzard is playing with fire by taking down a server filled with people who don't pay for their product. Or Blizzard is playing with fire by angering people that don't pay for their product. What the fuck is that, bro? That doesn't make any sense, man. They want people to keep paying for their shitty game with a subscription just to give you recycled content. That's what they want. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. You really played for a long time if you left with Pandaria. I did. I played for a long time, man. I played WoW for a very, very long time. I'm a retail player, but let's not kid ourselves. This isn't just about copyright. It's about ego, too. Meanwhile, the biggest announcement the WoW Classic community has had is rumors. Nothing confirmed. What terrible marketing they're doing for a possible Classic Plus. It's not about ego. It's not. It's about money. It's about money, and it's always about money. It's about them saying, we're about to release a Classic Plus, and we don't want the potential for any other competition to be out there, especially when they're using our own product to compete. It would be one thing if somebody made their own game, which, by the way, you know who's doing it the smart way? And I really kind of want to support them for this, and I want to mention it for those of you who don't know. You know who's doing this shit the smart way? Who's doing exactly what I said to do, ironically? Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW is doing it. To my knowledge, Turtle WoW has decided that all the experience that they gained running their server, all the knowledge, all the time, and all the people that they met that were working on the server, you know what they decided to do? They're making their own game. They're making their own video game. That's what they decided to do so that nobody could ever take away their game again. I think that's great. I think that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be doing that so that you could try to compete with these motherfuckers, even at the bare level. Did you like Final Fantasy XIV? I did. The most recent expansion, unfortunately, was very lackluster and let me down. And they have, until the next expansion to try to win me back. Otherwise, I'm going to be out of that as well. That's just what it is. But yeah, they're making their own game, to my knowledge. You know, so that's what they should be doing. I think that's great. So we'll see what ends up happening with this, but I'm pretty sure it's going to end up the same way as Turtle WoW, where Ascension is not going to win this lawsuit. If it ever goes, farther than a settlement, which I don't think it's going to. I think they're gonna do the same thing as Turtle WoW. They're gonna settle, and you're gonna see their announcement of them closing down, and their social media is shutting down, and their Discord server is shutting down, and all that stuff. You're gonna see it pretty soon, unfortunately. So that's basically it, boys, for the Blizzard story. But yes, they are suing everybody, apparently. All right, so guys, we need to do the battle. We need to do the battle. We need to cover that. Let's do the battle right now. It is not looking good, boys. I mean, God bless your soul for the people out there that have been voting for Lulu. You guys are trying, man. You guys are trying. I see you. I see you in the chat. You guys are trying, but man, Cortana's got a crazy lead, boys. Cortana's at $529.98.
My tinfoil hat asks, did they go after Thess servers because it proves stop killing games has merit?
I don't think that has
feel
anything
like
to do with
WoW is trying to get to this game to the consoles. Lately they've been releasing the UI systems. It's mostly just play itself, just a theory, and also be ready to lose your gotcha games too.
I think that Blizzard's next move is going to be the following. I think they're going to announce Classic Plus, and I think they're going to also announce a UI restructure that allows for console or, at the bare minimum, controller gameplay. They might allow controller gameplay on PCs first, experiment with that, maximize that, and then announce a console release at some point to try to save the game because of their declining player base. They've also been focusing on doing things that I know a lot of console players enjoy. A lot of like sim stuff. They've been doing that in World of Warcraft, and it seems like they're prepping for that. But that's what I think is happening. That's what I think is going to go down. Boys, $529 for Cortana right now. $51 for Lulu. I don't think we're going to have a Dr. Spike Savior come in this time, boys. Let's see what's going to happen. The final battle is here. Is Cortana going to end up going up against Samus? I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's go. Fuck Cortana. Jesus Christ, man. No future. It's not my choice, brother. How is Lulu losing? It's rough, man. It's rough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Wait. Ian says you really needed the better Cortana look. Clearly I didn't, because she's fucking destroying Lulu. Clearly I didn't. Clearly. Man, this is crazy. This is not how I thought this was gonna go. I thought for sure that Lulu had it. I chose a worse Lulu than last time. Stop coping. What's the count? Lulu is losing by like $480. It's over, boys. It's over. $529 versus 51, boys. All right, boys. Are we ready? Are we ready? Final countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting. Boys, that is it. Damn. That is it, boys. T-Jap, let us know what the final numbers are, but we pretty much already know how this is gonna go. Damn. Holy shit, bro. I really did not think that this was going to end up this way. I really didn't. We know Lulu's the real winner. Bro, you would think Lulu would do better than 51. I don't know what to tell you. I think a lot of people are trying to save their money for the chaos that's about to go down in some of the later rounds. That's what I think is happening right now. But it's pretty clear that Cortana is going to be moving on to the next round to face off against Samus Aran. So we got our next quarterfinals on this side of the bracket, which means that the next two battles are going to be Claire Redfield versus Tali from Mass Effect. And then we got Eve versus Aerith. That's going to be a fucking banger. That's going to be a banger. I wonder who wants it more. The Eve superfans or the Aerith superfans? I think Eve is going to take it, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, T-Jab says the final numbers are Cortana at $529.98 and Lulu at $51 flat, which means the winner and moving on to face off against Samus is going to be none other than Cortana, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. I'm shocked she's made it this far. I really am. I really am shocked that Cortana has made it this far. I'm not even kidding. Not what I thought. I didn't say fat. I said flat. The coping and seething, I see it in the chat.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
That's it, boys. Cortana's going backstage where she will face off against Samus in the next round. Claire Redfield versus Tali Zora will be tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. Boys, what a fantastic stream, man. So glad to be back. Having a ton of fun with you guys. Much, much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Please make sure to check out the videos as they get uploaded. They get uploaded every single day. Well, not every day, but, almost every single day, 10 a.m. Please make sure you guys check out the videos. Give them a long view duration. This video today actually had, I think, one of the longest view durations I've ever had on my videos. It was crazy. It was like 15 minutes or something. Absolutely insane for YouTube. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. It was not a vacation. I wish it was, but it was not a vacation. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. Limitless Andre says, where's my body pillow? You are never getting one. Sorry, you're not getting a body pillow. It's weird. Guys, we're going to be going live with Leon in about 20 minutes. I'm linking it in the chat right now. If you want to see us play Lords of the Fallen, there it is right there. So go check out that stream. Leon supposedly might be drunk, which might be really bad for me. So let me go get ready for that. Thank you guys so much for everything. And I'll see every single one of you on the next one. Until then, where's your coffee? I don't have coffee. Go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in Major Dad.
black man. I bring light. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.